Okay. Forza Milan. What a tough game, but it's still not finished. They basically won the game in 15 minutes, and after that was always like a threat for them to come forward. But John, how's it going, man?
It's going, I guess.
I guess Roy and Nathan, they will be happy to see Inter in the final.
Yeah.
Try to beat City or Real Madrid.
That's
they will
so
support
cool.
Inter, and
Yeah, that's super cool. Because they will support Italian football. That's why.
yeah, I want to see them supporting them. I want to see how they will do that, but that's fine. Before we start, let me say hi to the chat, and let's wait for everyone to join. There's 23 viewers. Today is a really bad day, so I will recommend a like to the stream. So there's a lot of comments here. I don't know where to start. People are thinking about Spezia on the chat.
What Spezia?
Exactly. Why people are thinking about Spezia? I don't know.
What Spezia, bro?
I mean, I was hoping for a goal, a 1-2. That would have been amazing.
A 1-2 would have been a great result. A 2-0 is even a great result, considering the game we had today.
The first half was really bad. I mean, we crumbled after the first goal on a set piece. Completely. We completely lost it. Yeah. Tonali missed Mkhitaryan. It doesn't run enough. It doesn't run with Mkhitaryan to stop him. The defense is completely open, of course, because two strikers making movements. You don't know which one you should follow. And shit happens. After that, they had a lot of chances. They didn't finish them. There was a post from Akan, something like that.
Mkhitaryan, I think it was.
I think it was Akan.
Even worse.
But doesn't matter. It was an Inter player. And that Tonali chance, man, when we hit the post, I thought like it's never gonna happen. Almost impossible. It is what it is. I think Pioli made a mistake with Benacer on the number 10, as I was saying during the week on the chat. I really wanted Benacer in the midfield for this game. Benacer is our best midfielder and needs to stay on the deep line in games like this, especially because I knew we would not park the bus. We will play open football. If you park the bus, it's good to have Benacer.
But the thing is, we didn't even have a chance to see if we were gonna park the bus. We didn't see a strategy from us. We started the game from minute 0 until when the game was 2-0. We were panicking, like zero organization, nothing. Like it was like 11 players, 11 random people going into a pitch and playing Inter in the Champions League semifinal.
No, listen to me. The first 10 minutes when the goal happened, so 8 minutes, the strategy is clear. We are going 1v1. You can see the position of the players. We're pressing everyone. We are high up in the pitch. We're not waiting for them. It's clear what we want to do. That goal comes quick because they're good. They're good on set pieces. They're better than us. And from there, the strategy is clear. We need to get back the game. But unfortunately, we're not calm. We're all over the place, like you said. We're not compact and organized. And they get the second one pretty quick, which that helps if you get the second quick. If you don't get the second quick, maybe the game slowly kind of fades down a bit, and Inter just chills a bit. But they keep going.
I think we played super bad, but we were also super lucky to not concede 5 this game. Do we agree there?
But yeah, for sure, because at the end, after you concede the second one, you're trying to get one back, so you will leave spaces to Inter. That's not a worry I had. When you're losing 2-0, you will leave chances to Inter. The problem is that we left some clear chances sometimes, some weird chances. That's the whole point I make. If you put Benacer instead of Krunic in that position, Benacer will cover more pitch because Krunic does not have the pace and the run of Benacer, and does not have the recovery of Benacer, the fight and the aggressiveness of Benacer. So we needed Benacer in that low line, not up at the number 10. Messias and Selemakers on the wings would have covered a lot of pitch, and Diaz would have been our kind of a second striker. I think Diaz played well. He was kind of alone most of the game. He was trying to find something out of nowhere, but it was not enough. So yeah, I think in games like this, games when you are not parking the bus, or games when you need to get results or get goals, you need Benacer or Pobega in that midfield, not Krunic. Games you're parking the bus, games you need a guy that has a more tactical awareness. You put Krunic.
Yeah, but we should have went into this game to park the bus. Pioli did a huge mistake to not go inside, give the ball to Inter and park the bus. This is how we should have played. Inter has a better team, and we were missing our best player.
I mean, even if you park the bus, you get a goal in a set pieces, and you have to open up. So I think maybe again, let's say something in between. Let's say instead of just parking the bus, maybe more conservative. But again, I think the Benacer Krunic should have been inverted, completely inverted. Let's say you want to play Krunic, play Benacer deep line. Play Benacer deep line and put Krunic high up in the pitch, because Krunic does not cover the pitch enough, and the Inter midfield has so much space in that lower line of our midfield on the double pivot. So anyway, I don't think Benacer will be available for the next game.
Yeah. It looked like he had broken a ligament or something. That looked like a serious injury.
It looked like I don't think he broke a ligament, but we're talking about 2 weeks, in my opinion. 2 weeks, 10 days, whatever you can name it. So Benacer will not be in the. So Benacer will not play the next game. I prefer Pobega. Pobega is a good player. Not that Benacer. I prefer Pobega to Krunic. We need to get a goal. So we will go probably with Benacer. With Diaz still again. I don't think Leao will be back, but that's fine.
You don't think Leao will be back?
No.
What? No. I think Leao will be back. There's no way. If Leao is not back, then why even go there? Why don't bother?
No, we should try anyway, because football is weird. You got one goal and everything starts to shake. So it's never.
But the thing is, we need quality. Like we have done this conversation 30,000 times. Like
I saw Origi played well when he came in. He gave something on that left wing that we should have had from the beginning. I don't think Selemakers played bad, but I feel like he was not effective on what he was trying to do. But I guess because Inter was quite aggressive at that point of the game.
Round of applause. Round of applause for our warriors, for our captains, for our leaders, for our players. Phenomenal performance today, especially Kier, Kier, the warrior, the Viking himself, pushing away from a corner kick, making Calabria guard Dzeko on a corner. Like, this only stuff you see from Milan, honestly. You don't see this shit from any other team. Calabria
but
guarding Dzeko.
his tactics, man. Zonal position. Dzeko is marked by Kier. He steps 3 meters behind Kier, and you lose him. I know it's dude. We are in a younger team than Inter. Inter is like 29 on average.
But
We are like 25, 26.
Doesn't
So
does
that
not
that
but
kind
it
of.
does
so
it does not excuse
so
the performance today. Being young does
No,
not
I'm not
excuse.
saying. I'm not saying that.
also
I'm talking about the situation of the set piece or things like that.
Oh, okay.
then we should buy players that are older than what's the alternative, or wait for 5 years to become
No.
as
You
old
don't need
as
to
City.
wait 5 years. This game will give the players experience. You already will see an improvement in the next game. And this is the Champions League. That's how it works. You don't. It's not easy. It's just the problem was when we crumbled after the first goal. We should have been more compact, more conservative, and a bit. We should have been more scared and stay and think and breathe, kill a bit the tempo, and that is the inexperience. Because in that moment, these kids thought, okay, we need to score a goal. We need to do it to make it 1-1. That was wrong because it's a 180 minutes game, and that was minute 10. So you have 170 minutes in front of you. You need to chill out, calm down. They didn't do that, and Inter took their chances in those 20 minutes, 30 minutes, because after the 30 minutes, Inter kind of says, okay, we're 2-0. We
No, no,
just
but
wait now, and we
no,
go
no,
on a
but
counter.
Inter could have scored three more in the second half there.
Well, that's
Three easy chances I'm talking about. I'm not saying
but that's
chances
bad
that
on Inter.
could have
That's
also
bad
not.
on Inter. But I'm sorry, man. That's bad on Inter
Yeah,
because we knew
well,
that we would let them have some space because we were trying to score a goal. I mean, the Messias chance, that is a big chance.
not even. It's not that big of a chance actually,
Well,
because
that is a
Messias
chance. That
I
is a chance.
understand, but
It's because
I
it's
understand.
Messias. You're
But
saying is not a big chance. That's a man
no,
in front
no.
of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but it really isn't. It's not even comparable to the Dzeko, for example, chance.
Messias,
That
man,
was
a professional footballer that plays for Milan, and
listen.
supposedly the fans think
But
he's
I'm
good enough.
sorry. Sorry. I get
He
your
hits the
point,
target.
Rejon. Sorry, Rejon. I get your point. But when you are 2-0 at this point, you need to take a risk and let space to Dzeko and Lautaro because you need to get a goal. So
No,
on
no,
the
but
2-0, the
No, no, but
problem is
Dad,
I don't have a problem with the
listen,
team letting
Dad,
Inter have chances.
but this isn't Inter counter-attacking us and having chances. It's us defending and Inter doing 1-2 passes inside our zone. This is how Dzeko got 1-1 against Magnan. This is how fucking Gagliardini got 1-1
No.
against Magnan.
We passed
Magnan
them the
said,
ball. We passed them the
okay,
ball.
okay.
Hernandez, the Dzeko chance came because we passed them the ball and they started an attack and we were out of position. In a comfortable situation, we passed them the ball and we were out of position. You can go and check even the Gagliardini chance, clumsiness, because everyone is out of position because we are trying to get a goal.
No.
So sorry, Rejon, you're thinking right now after 2-0 second half, we should not let Inter have any chance. That's what
No,
you want from. You will get
no,
consider. The problem is the
I
first
think
half. The chance that we concede the first half when the game is still on a 1-0, you should stop conceding chances. That is the problem. The second half, there is no more problem of letting them have chances because you're trying to get a goal.
I'm looking at the replay of Dzeko chance. It's Bastoni taking the ball from the midfield, running towards our
Running.
box alone, unchecked by anyone, passing to Dzeko, and Dzeko is 1v1 against Magnan. Magnan saves it. So where is Teo doing an error?
Sorry,
It isn't.
I was talking for another one. I thought you were talking about
This
another one.
this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they counterattacked us. The problem is we didn't even attack. It's not like we went to their box and we tried, we shot, we didn't do anything. And even their chances didn't come from us being in the attack. The chances came from us actually being on the defense and defending. This is the problem. But anyways, it doesn't really matter to speak about.
But that's why you need Benacer to be in that position. It needs to be in the midfield, not high top in the pitch, because Benacer will control, will kind of create like a filter in front of the defense of runs like this. But Pioli played Benacer on the number 10, and that was wrong in my opinion. That was the mistake that Pioli should have not made, because on the other positions he didn't have a lot of choices. That's how you play it when you don't have Leao. You play Selemakers or Rebic or Origi. You pick which one you want to play. It choose Selemakers. I'm fine with that. More defensive. But on the other side, you should have put Messias and Diaz in the middle. So you will be, anyway, a lot defensive, because Messias and Selemakers provide a lot of defense. Plus, you will have Benacer and Tonali, a better midfield, to kind of filter and at least get a bit of a ball, keep the ball a bit. That's the problem we always have with Inter. That their midfield always does these 1-2s and is in front of the goal. We should stop that. We always allow that in derbies, in the recent derbies to Inter.
Yeah.
We should stop that, and that you stop that putting your best midfield. Your best midfield is Benacer, Tonali. That's it.
But this is how we beat Napoli, with Benacer there.
No, but sorry, Napoli, we were parking the bus, and Napoli is a team
and this is what we should have done against Inter.
But Inter does not keep possession like Napoli. Inter goes on a quick transition. So that's what Inter will do. Inter will bring you up in the pitch and try a quick transition. That's why you need a midfielder like Benacer and Diaz that presses high. Not Benacer that presses high and Krunic on the back.
But this is what we talked about before. And this is exactly what we talked about. The fact that we shouldn't have given Inter the pleasure to play like Inter wants to play. You give Inter the ball and you park 13 players inside the
listen
box.
to me. The question I have, if you decided not to do that, which I'm not against, so if Pioli decided not to do that, if you don't want to do that, don't do it properly. So put Benacer in the midfield and put Diaz as a number 10 and go for the high press. That's how it should have been. Not Krunic, because Krunic does not cover so much space the way Benacer and Tonali does. Krunic and Tonali don't cover enough space together. Tonali runs a lot. Krunic doesn't run a lot. Plus, they don't have the quality together that Benacer brings in that midfield. So let's say Inter does that 1-2 in the midfield and loses the ball, Krunic is too slow to go on a run, that 15, 20 meters run and start that quick transition. Benacer can do that. Benacer, the moment Inter loses the ball in the midfield, can get that ball and give it to Diaz or give it to Selemek and start a quick attack. But if you put in Benacer higher in the pitch, Benacer will never get that ball, because Benacer is the player that is waiting for that quick transition. That was the mistake on deciding to play open. Now we can decide on open, close. That's another situation. If you play close, Krunic, yes, is fine. Krunic, Tonali, and Benacer as a number 10, yes. If you're playing parking the bus. So not playing parking the bus, should have been Benacer in the midfield. Whatever. I think we played really bad in 25 minutes. The other part of the game was just a consequence of the result, and the guys were trying sometimes too hard to get us the goal. We had just two good chances. The Messias shot and the Tonali shot, and I would have considered that Diaz shot that goes out just a bit. I don't think that was a big chance. It's still a shot, but nothing. So Inter gives you chances. If you actually play well, you can score to Inter. They're not perfect at the back, but you need to win the battle in the midfield. and our best midfield was in the wrong position today. Say, if you didn't talk a lot, sorry, I interrupt you. Do you want to say anything about the game?
I'm just real disappointed, bro. Like, I would have taken a loss, but the manner in which we lost was so bad, so bad. A lot of things, man. Kieran Tomori were embarrassing. Tomori proving once again that in pressure moments, when we really need him, he's not up to the task. He's not that caliber of world class center backs. Like, I don't think he's.
I
think
have a question for you on this topic.
Yeah.
Do you think was the Kieran Tomori problem, or the fact that our midfield didn't filter at all? Basically, there was so much space in front of our defense that the Inter midfield was doing whatever they wanted to do.
No, like, I would blame both of them, especially Kier, for the corner, for not taking the responsibility of marking Dzeko, which is inexcusable for a player of his experience and caliber. The second goal, the way that, okay, I understand that Calabria slipped and he couldn't catch up to Di Marco, but the fact that they left so much space and they just stood still when the cross of Di Marco was going in, it was so bad. Chow, when he came in, I'm not just saying this because I like Chow as a player and I think he has great potential. When he came in, he had more interceptions in the few minutes he played than both of these fuckers combined. And
yeah,
I think
but the game was easier at that point.
Yeah, but they still attacked. They still attacked a lot, and they pushed for a third. He made basically, I think he saved like 1 or 2 goals easily when he made the sliding tackles. Embarrassment for we needed them when like at most, and they failed. Simple as that. They failed.
I think you're wrong on the Mkhitaryan goal. Is Tonali's fault, 100%, like totally Tonali's fault. Because Tomori is following Dzeko. Dzeko is making a run. He has to follow at one point, especially because the moment he's following Dzeko, Mkhitaryan is quite far, so he's not even looking at Mkhitaryan. He's looking at the ball and he's following Dzeko, and Kier is on Lautaro Martinez. Mkhitaryan comes from behind, and Tonali is not running properly to mark Mkhitaryan. He's running close to Mkhitaryan, but he's not running with the aggression he should run.
Hey guys,
it's also on Calabria being lead in the run against Di Marco.
That's a 1v1. Sorry. Yeah, Antonio, I'm finishing, man. How's it going? It's a 1v1, so that is a duel. Calabria went for the duel.
And he lost it. That's it.
No, he didn't lose it because Di Marco didn't dribble him. He crossed the ball on the back. So Calabria covered. Sorry, 1 second. Calabria covered the cross on the front, forcing Di Marco to cross at the back.
Yes, that's true.
I think Di Marco did a great thing, but Calabria didn't lose the duel because at the end Calabria covered the cross between the defenders and the goalkeeper. That space when Di Marco wants to put the cross. That's why Di Marco chooses the back side. Now, if Di Marco chooses the back side, our midfield should be there. Our midfield should be following each midfielder. That's my opinion. Yo.
Hey guys, I wanted to say hello to everyone.
Hello, man.
Tough today. Listen, I'm not gonna get into any arguments because I don't really have it in me, to be honest. I'm a little bit down today, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. For me, I just wanted to say this, like, it's sad because I feel like, first of all, like, everything about this being with our rivals makes this worse, and so it's tough. I'm not saying the tie is over, but I'm just saying we put ourselves in a tough position. I'm really mad at the way we approached the first half. You can definitely tell that the nerves got to us. Inter then capitalized on these situations that we were just like, I mean, we shouldn't be giving them goals like that. And so it's disappointing that they scored those goals. And then my other thing I wanted to say was, without Leao, it just doesn't feel like we have someone to go to score. The way we play with Giroud up top by himself, he's kind of isolated without any service, and we can't really play against Inter like that because they have too many defenders back. And so it's just tough, man, to play like that because it's hard to get through them. The second half, we did create chances, but I feel like Inter kind of dropped off a bit, and we didn't really have any quality to finish the chances. So it's just sad to be in that position where you don't really feel like you're going to score a goal. But yeah, maybe you guys disagree or whatever, but that's just kind of how I felt. And I don't know, it's a big task to bounce back from this, so we'll see.
Let's see. The tie is over, in my opinion. I think we're talking about 98% Inter, 2% Milan right now, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
everything can
that's
happen.
fair.
Everything can happen. There is 6 days to go. We can get another 5 injuries. Inter, I don't think they're gonna get 5 injuries.
It's
Or
not
we
about.
can.
It's not
But
about us
also, Inter's
because I
depth as
think
well is just so much better.
no, I think we're gonna score in the second leg, but it's about us conceding. We're gonna concede for sure. That's the problem.
I mean,
Also, yeah, I was gonna say one other point. The depth situation is really concerning. Like Inter's team looks to have much more depth and quality. I mean, off the bench they have Lukaku, Correa, Brozovic, De Vrij, like all those subs they made, and Gosens and other players like on the bench that don't even play. Like their bench is stacked. On our bench, to be fair though, Origi actually wasn't. He did what he could, and it wasn't. He didn't have a bad game. He at least he didn't lose the ball, and he created some chances. But yeah, the benches are just uncomparable, guys. Like that's an issue that has been lingering, and unfortunately, like we're still suffering from that. To me, honestly, the fact that we made it this far in the UCL without having a bench is pretty impressive. However, we have suffered in the league, and I'm hoping we can still get qualification, but we're in a really tough spot now.
I don't think Inter bench today was better, but I don't think it's so much better. I don't think Correa is amazing. De Vrij is not better than Chao. We put Chao to play. I think our problem today was Benacer got injured straight away. That was a big problem.
Is it a calf injury again?
Benacer, I think, is gonna be out for 2 weeks for sure.
Fucking hell.
In my opinion, just seeing the way he was limping, and at least 2 weeks.
Just what we needed. Ben Nasser out right now, like especially at this stage. Just what we needed.
So we need a. I don't think Krunic is good for this type of games. Krunic is good when you sit back and you wait for the opposition, not for this type of games. When you want to play open football, you need, especially with teams like Inter, Juventus, whatever, big teams, you know. If you want to play open football, Krunic does not run enough, does not have the pace and the physicality to run enough against these teams.
It kind of felt like there wasn't enough like central midfield presence on the like on those transitions. I mean, and also I guess the second goal they scored was just pretty much poor defending, and the midfielders were just making mistakes. I mean, I don't know. For me, what I saw in that first half. I mean, I know the second half was more. I'm not saying I don't really buy into the whole thing that we were better in the second half. I think it was just more of a balanced game, and we could have taken some chances. But the first half, we got dominated, and it just, for me, what really bothers me is on top of it being Inter, we get dominated in a way that kind of shows that we haven't. I mean, maybe it's Inter, and that's why it's a new like sort of test for us mentally. But it looks like we were just not in it. And I don't know why Calabria is guarding Dzeko. The thing about Inter is that they're always so dangerous on the set pieces. Well, us and they have all these like tall strikers and center backs that can go in. For us, it feels like we're not clinical on set pieces, and we don't really have a guaranteed way to build up against Inter. And it kind of felt like we were lost, and that's just it's really sad to me. It was because Inter always puts us in such a difficult position.
Yeah, it is what it is. I think we played good in the second half, considering what the game was 2-0 for them. So that's what we had to do, and we tried. We should have been more clinical. And another thing is we should have made the right decisions sometimes. Our midfield, Tonali, the moment where they're passing the ball was too slow. We should have gone more vertical instead of horizontal. Inter-center defenders are not so good. Apart from Bastoni, the other two we could have done much better. So yeah, that's.
Do you start with the same formation in the away leg, or do you change like a 4-4-2 or something new? Because we have to take a chance, you know. We can't keep isolating Giroud again in the away leg when we're trailing by 2-0. I think a change of formation has to happen.
Acerbi is so bad that Giroud had actually an insane game. Giroud was winning almost all the duels. Acerbi is so bad.
But he was still isolated, man. He was super isolated.
So I don't think, to be fair to Acerbi, I don't think he's that bad because overall he didn't.
Bad.
I mean, Giroud didn't
really
have
bad.
many clear chances though. Acerbi's not. He's old, but
dude, Giroud was winning all the duels against Acerbi. He put the ball down at least 10 times. It was a long ball. He put it down and he gave it to Diaz or to our midfielder. At least 10 times during the game. Something that Giroud is not able to do in other games because the defender is always fouling him, getting the ball out of him, winning the duel. So believe me, we should have done much better against that defense.
yeah, of course.
I want to say we need. I think I will play Pobega, Tonali in the midfield. Diaz, Messias on the right, or Selemakers on the right. On the left, I will go with Origi or Rebic, and Giroud striker. Because I think Leao will not be back for the return leg. I don't think Leao will be back for that game.
I don't think it's even worth risking him. I just say go all in for top 4 in the league. The tie is over, to be honest. Maybe bring him on in the last minutes or something. I don't think he should start the game.
I don't think the tie is over.
If he's fit, he should play. So, I think he's not gonna play because I don't think he's fit. He's not gonna be on the bench at all. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Let's see. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Leao is fit 99%.
This guy, Silverware, said something like, how can we beat Napoli so convincingly? I don't know if you guys agree with me. I think Napoli this season have been on top form, but if I have to say what is the best overall team in Italy, overall, I think it's Inter. As a team, I think Inter is the best team in Italy, and it showed today.
I think Inter, on that same point, I agree with that. I think Inter is, for me, I mean, I'm going to keep it saying their bench is much better, but also they have like good quality all around their team. And on top of that, tactically, Inzaghi and the way they play is just so hard for us to play them. All their midfielders, the way they bring them into the attack and the way their midfielders can go and score always makes them dangerous. They're always clinical on their set pieces, and they defend so well, and they defend back, and we can't build up against that. Like, I mean, I feel like all the times we've scored against them, it's been Leao's just running, finding a way to break past them, and then just being clinical on his chance. But it's hard they make us suffer when we play them.
I think it's Napoli is a different game, and we had Leao first of all. Just not to underestimate. Having Leao in the pitch is important. But Napoli is a different team. Napoli likes possession, so they will keep the ball, and you have to wait for them. Inter is a weird team. They don't like possession, but they go quick on transition. And Inter plays two strikers. Napoli plays wings. Two strikers are always more dangerous than having wings. So that's why these are the threat. And basically, in that middle, they have superiority because they have one man extra. So what they have 3 midfielders plus 2 strikers. That is 5 players. We have 2 defenders and 2 and 2 midfielders, double pivot and 2 center backs. So we are 5 against 4. So you need to be extremely good on covering the pitch against Inter. And Krunic is not good. Against Napoli, Krunic was good because you park in the bus, the space is smaller. So Krunic just needs to cover the space, which is smaller, has a space to cover. That's it. Napoli it's easy to prepare as a game. Inter is a bit the threat I saw against Inter was the same threat I was expecting from Tottenham. And when Conte was the coach, I was expecting Tottenham to play the same game Inter played, with the 2 strikers, Harry Kane and Song being central, the fullbacks, and the three midfield. But Conte kind of didn't play that, and we were 3 at the back in that game, which that helped us a lot. So maybe against Inter, the answer would have been 3 at the back and quite conservative, going for the counter. But it's not that Milan anymore. We're not that Milan.
Guys, I have a question. Would you say that we've kind of reached our limit in the tournament in terms of, if you look at all the teams that are left and the quality they have, like, do you think like this is like, I know we can always hope for like an underdog result. Maybe we get through, we score. We can always hope to beat Inter. I'm not saying we can't, but do you think that like this is kind of like realistically, like we should be going out here, or do you think that we should be hoping for more?
I think the favorites are Inter. You know, I was expecting. Okay, I'm hopeful as a Milan fan. I always say we're gonna win. I would have been okay with the loss, but the manner in which we lost is what pisses me off. That the players did not show up for an event like this. You know, the most important game in the last 10, 15 years. I don't know. They didn't show up. That's what got me. But in terms of quality, no, Inter is better than us. City, of course, and Real are better than us. That's just the truth.
Yeah, I think Inter is not better than us. I think I think Pioli is getting the tactics wrong with Inter. That's a fact. I don't think Inter is better than us. Pioli is getting it wrong with Inter. 3-0 in Coppa. The 1-0 I don't count that we were in a crisis, so he just parked the bus trying to limit damage. But the 3-0 in Coppa, even the 3-2 we won, we conceded 2 goals. Inter creates a lot of chances against us. Even the 2-2, Inter created a lot of chances in one moment of the game. So Pioli, I think, does the tactics completely wrong against Inter. He puts the players in wrong positions. And he's not understanding the fact that players like Tonali, Krunic, cannot deliver against Inter. They cannot. Even Theo Hernandez is not effective against Inter sometimes. They stop him, always foul him, always control his runs. Don't allow him to be threatening. I have
a question though. Like, what is the solution? Right? I agree with you 100% that like this is obviously a problem because it's every time we play Inter, even when we won 3-2, Inter made some individual defensive mistakes. Leao was crazy, but overall Inter almost came back that game.
It's the midfield.
Yeah, like there must be some sort of tactical solution because it's every time we play Inter, man, we never have a foot in the game. I mean, we never have like control. They're always the ones who have control, and we have to try to minimize their damage.
It's the formation. I think it's the formation.
The formation, you can say if you play 3 at the back against Inter, you will limit them more because you will have 3 center backs against 2 strikers. So that will have two center backs following the strikers, and the third center back, let's say Chao, will be always free to double up or cover mistakes of the midfield. So the 3 at the back can be a solution. Let's say you don't want to play 3 at the back, you want to keep the 4 at the back. You need to have 2 midfielders, or 2 double pivots. They need to be extremely good on possession. Because what's gonna happen? Inter will try those 1-2s, those going forward to get inside the box, but they will not succeed every time. So that's why you need good midfielders like Benacer, Pobega. They are good with the ball. Pobega is good with the ball. When Pobega gets the ball, does some clever and smart passes. Benacer is the best one, of course, but you need even more than one. So when you get that ball, you go on a quick transition because Inter will leave you a lot of space. The moment they go forward with Di Marco, with Dumfries, the two strikers, and the two midfield, the moment you intercept, you create a filter and you stop them, you have a field in front of you to score goals and to create chances. But always we miss on playing the best double pivot against Inter recently. We're playing always the wrong one. Anyway.
Yeah, also, I think we need to seriously invest in another striker, someone maybe who is different from Giroud, because we need either to play with two strikers maybe against them, or to just another striker, because we can't, Giroud, as much as he does run to press and he does his best, he's basically like not in the game because he's just taken out by himself up top. Pioli insists on playing with this one-man tall striker form, like, play style with, like, as whatever the focal point to control the ball, but it doesn't really do much in terms of its effectiveness. And we can't just be whipping in crosses to one guy being surrounded by all of Inter's defenders. So we need a different way of playing. Someone who can maybe jump a man sometimes and do something else, someone quicker. I think, hopefully we get some sort of striker this summer.
Yeah, but I want to find a solution for the next game. I understand your point, Antonio. Thank you for staying.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough moment. One of the few that showed up. Well done to Saif and Rajon. It's a tough moment. Benacer's season is over. Alexander is saying, I don't know if it's an official news or is your opinion, but I guess it's official news.
I just read that he left on crutches. I don't know what the extent of his injury is, but probably he'll be out for maybe a month, I guess. I don't know.
He will be back in August, end of August, something like that. End of the season for Benacer. That's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough second game. I will play for Bega in the second game.
It's still possible. It's still possible.
It is possible. But we need to get everything right. Like everything. Has to be the perfect game. Like Milan did against Manchester United, we won 3-0. Has to be the perfect game.
We need to. The thing is with Inter is we can devote people to go and score, but then we have to be solid when they counter, and it's too many individual mistakes. They play through us through our defense too easily. Like they had too many situations where they were just playing it past our center backs. Kjaer had a really bad game, and Tomori always looks a little bit jumpy with Inter. I don't know why. I think their strikers are good at finding each other. So it's always stopping them from scoring while we play an attacking game is going to be really tough. That's a big challenge.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's a problem we cannot solve this week. Next game is Spezia. I don't think Calabria was horrible. I don't think the defense was horrible. I think just the Inter find our weakness pretty well. I think
like
the midfield
Chow.
was the problem. Yeah.
I think Chow's, I said this on another live, the one bright, the highlight of our summer transfer window might have been Chow. Because to me, it looks like, you're bringing in a player who's 6'4", whatever. I don't know what the metric system measurements would be, but he's really tall. He's the same height as Van Dijk. He's decently fast, and he's very good at defensive headers. And that's a guy who he's improving a lot quickly. He's very young. So to me, he can be like one of the best defenders in the world if he keeps improving in the next few years because he's so young and he's got everything he needs. I think that was a very, very great signing. But besides that, I mean, on the bench, like, we don't really have too much. So it was a tough, tall task for us. I mean, ideally, we wouldn't have conceded the goals we did in a stupid way, but Inter was much better, so you can't do much about that.
Inter was better because they found the goal straight away after 8 minutes on a set piece. What I'm trying to explain to the chat, because I think you saw it as well, that the game would have been more balanced if Inter wouldn't find that set piece goal. That's my opinion.
I agree.
Milan would have been more conscious, more defensive, would have led less space. Maybe Inter would have had more chances than Milan, would have had still had the better game, but not such a dominant game. The moment we didn't see the goal, we lost our head. We didn't stay cool and calm. We just lost our head. We were all over the place, and we conceded straight away the second one. Like, second chance, first chance after the goal, bam, another goal.
Yeah, I agree, because when the game first started, I think both Inter and Milan didn't look to be at their best. So it was kind of like a back and forth type game. Yeah. It definitely was. It wasn't like it was. Both teams were nervous, and then when Dzeko scored, then we really just collapsed. And the second goal was a walk through the entire defensive line, and that was a disgraceful goal. The first goal, it's like, okay, if you switch off and you put the wrong defender on Dzeko, it's still a big mistake. It's a set piece, which I had a bad feeling with the set pieces because every time Inter was just so dangerous on them. And so when that went in, I was like, uh-oh. And then we really looked rattled. Inter gained confidence, and it was really tough. But Inter, though, to me, they still, like, the way we were able to come back in the second half and just play and have big chances against them without layout tells me that Inter is still not the most solid team. Even though they're a good team, I think they could get punished by one of the other two teams in the final if they make it. So they have a lot of weaknesses too. But the thing is, can our players be clinical and hit their chances and expose the weaknesses? I mean, that's the question. Messias should have scored that goal.
Yeah, that was a good chance for Messias. I liked how Messias played. He could have done better, of course, but he was always trying on a 1v1.
Yeah, it was just the end product. It's the end product that he was missing. He was in the right spaces, but it's just frustrating that those didn't go in. So now they hit the post.
Yeah, that post killed me, man.
Oh, man. At least the 1-goal deficit would have been nice. I'm just mad, but still, this all goes back to me being mad about the way, just the beginning of the game, the way we handled ourselves. Okay, you go down 1 goal. You shouldn't have gone down that goal, whatever. Then you get another slap in the face. You can't let that happen twice. Once is fine. Twice is that's not good. It's just showing you that you're really out of focus. Like just to get punished like that again. But other teams can come back from this. They have. Can we come back from it? We got to see. Because for me, Milan. Yeah, for me, Milan, though, I'm going to say this again. We are always, in terms of our overall play, we're not really one of those teams that goes and gets a bunch of goals. So it's going to be it's tough for me to imagine us going against Inter and being the proactive team, knowing that we have to go and score multiple goals. It's tough because we're not usually in that position. Usually we win by narrow margins. So it's hard for me to see that. But at least we can go into the game, watch it, whatever happens, and hopefully, there's a chance. But yeah,
it's a psychological game. So if Pioli or if the players cover the pitch properly, and we keep the clean sheet, I think in the 70 minutes we will find one goal. And if we find one goal, that's going to get shaky for Inter. Inter will start to think really bad. And at that point, it's all about mind game.
Yeah, I don't think Inter's that mentally strong. I agree with you because when the game started, they were also making some pretty poor passes, and maybe it's like a thing with some of these Italian teams. Sometimes it's that we don't have the killer mentality. We have more of like a practical mentality of like surviving the game, suffering. Other English teams, on the other hand, other teams maybe in Spain, like Real Madrid, they're more of like killers. So maybe that's what it is. But both teams were nervous. But then, like you said, after that goal, then they really started to dominate, and we got really screwed. But I don't think that I don't. I think that they could. That's still a big issue for them. So maybe if we put them in a difficult situation, we can come back.
We need to
Like
go
it's
1-0. That's the whole thing. We need to go 1-0. At any time of the game. If you go 1-0, 80 minutes, you'll get that game. Because Inter will get scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. So don't concede. I always say the defense is the most important part of the defense midfield, the one that makes sure the clean sheets comes over. That's the biggest.
Yeah. Imagine a penalty shootout. Yeah. I mean, I'm just mad because before the game started, the reason why I was nervous is because playing Inter, I just knew the game was going to be annoying with Inter because they always punish us. Like, somehow we just make mistakes. Shire gets flipped around by Lautaro easily. Like, it's unlike us. They just expose us somehow. I think maybe we're nervous, but they just play better than us. Like, it's hard to understand.
Anyway, I'm looking forward for the second game. It's gonna be a battle.
If Inter bottles this, then I mean, what the hell? Like that'd be crazy.
I think there is more chances that Inter scores another goal than us scoring the 1-0 next game.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my opinion. But just in case we manage to get that perfect game, maybe Leao comes back, things like that. Or even sometimes you need the perfect 45 minutes. You get the perfect 45 minutes, 0-0. Inter will start to think, okay, now I'm 45 minutes away from the final. I'm just gonna play conservative, sit back and wait. That is the moment that you can punish them because they will ask less questions. Because they will be like, we're 2-0. Let's waste time. Let's make sure the time goes. It will be intense. I want Pioli not to play the best team against Spezia because I want him to try the second leg.
My big concern is, this is the thing with me. For me, my big concern is, okay, in terms of our overall season, it's looking like we're probably going to get eliminated. It could still happen that we stand, but let's just say that we get eliminated.
Yeah.
In the league, we're probably, unless Juventus gets points deducted, which is still a possibility, but like I'm betting that they won't. Maybe they'll get some sort of like fines or something, but they're not going to get points deducted because they have too much. Like they're just going to it's too much corruption involved, and they're going to just get the points given back anyways. So, but anyways, that's for me, that's the best chance we have of making top 4 because Lazio is playing easy games. We have to play still teams that are fighting for relegation. It's tough for us, and we have to still balance the Champions League this leg. So we're in a really tough spot. So it's hard for us to make Champions League. So next season, if we have Europa League, unlike you guys, I like the Europa League, so I don't really care. But the main thing is, will they put money into the club this summer if we make Europa League? Because even though we made so much money in the Champions League, Cardinale is just going to be like, oh, well, next season we're not going to have any revenues, so we're not going to spend anything this summer. that's gonna really bother me. That is frustrating because we need to keep improving the team.
Yeah. Maldini said before the game that we're not ready yet to be at this level. Before the game started, on an interview.
Wait, did he say that?
Yeah. He says we achieved this incredible result to be in a semi-final, and he says we're still not ready to be consistently at this level.
But like, that's kind of a bad mentality thing, though.
No, that's the right way. That's the right thing to say, man. That's the right thing to say. So,
liar. Realistically, I agree with everything he says. Like, that's what I think in my head. But you don't say that before you go out, because then it's like it's giving It's basically admitting that like we feel like we can get out now, and it's like
no, but the players don't know that. The players are not watching the TV at that moment. They are warming up. They are in the pitch, so they don't know what Maldini is saying. The preparation of the game is ready, and the players are gonna go anyway to try and win it. It's not gonna stop Maldini saying, talking about the Milan project. And I think that's the way to say it, man. You should say these things so Jerry Cardinale listen and open the wallet. That's the reality. That's how you say to Cardinale, you need to spend more money. Telling him, we are here, but that means we're not at this level. Which is fair. That's true. We can achieve it again next season. That does not mean that we are at that level. We can overachieve every season on some competition. But that does not mean that we are at that level. So I think he said he did the right thing to say that.
Yeah. Listen, I guess from an overall Serie A fan perspective, I'm happy that the league is really competitive. From a Milan fan perspective, I'm a little bit concerned. Just because it's going to be tough these next few years to make top four, because we have all these clubs that are fighting now, which is good, but we need to improve, and we have to up our standards and improve our team. So the question is, are we going to do that, or are we just going to become like, something else? We'll just keep being wherever. Hopefully Leao actually renews, because the news was good today. But if we don't make Champions League, like...
No, he has already decided. He has already decided he's going to renew. He's official. He's going to be official Thursday.
What if like the ownership decides to sell him because we're not making Champions League? Like things like that.
Dude, but that's if you sell Leao for 150 million, that's a good issue to have anyway. It's not like an issue that oh my God, we have 150 million to spend. What a bad thing. And by the way, on revenues we're high. We made almost 120 million revenues.
I know. We made positive profits this year, which is pretty crazy. But listen, that's all good. But to me, it's like I want to see action this summer, because last summer we know what happened. So I want us to have a better summer this year.
Anyway, there is teams. Lazio can crumble. Inter can lose points. Top four is not impossible. We are 2 points from fourth. So actually, let me check the Serie A table, but I'm sure I'm not wrong. So Serie A. So we're good. We're good on that side. It's not impossible. It's achievable. Yeah, 2 points from Inter, which is fourth. 3 points from Lazio. I think Lazio can start to crumble as well, start to lose points. They played really bad against Inter. They played really bad against us.
Yeah, but Lazio, I think, has pretty easy games left.
Yeah, but still they need to win them. It's not 100% sure. And Lazio is playing. I'll tell you which games Lazio has. Lazio has Lecce, which is not easy in my opinion. But it's at home. They have Udinese. Cremonese should be an easy game for them. Empoli should be an easy game for them. So they still have two difficult games.
We have to play Juventus, I think Spezia.
I'm more about Spezia than Juventus. Because Spezia...
Anyone else? Oh yeah, Verona, I think. We have to play Verona.
Spezia and Verona, they need points to don't get relegated. Juventus will be is anyway a team that leaves you spaces.
Well, Allegri though, Juventus away in Turin is going to be tough.
But it's not going to be like these small teams that park the bus and they don't give you any space. And another thing is, we will play Juventus at the point that we are in a Champions League final, or we're not. So we're going to put our best player. We're going to put our best player either ways.
Is it the last game or which one? How many games?
The one before the last game.
Oh, okay,
Second
yeah.
last. I don't know.
Well, at least at that point, either we go all out or we're in the final. So
that's the point. At that point, we're playing the best 11. We're not rotating. The last game we're gonna rotate is gonna be Spezia.
yeah, man.
So we're rotating against Spezia, and after that we have Sampdoria relegated, Juventus, and Verona. So
Yeah.
if Lazio does the job and we do the job against Spezia, Verona should be saved in the last game of the season. It's easier for us to go top 4 than beat Inter 2-0 on the second leg. Definitely.
Hey, we have that UCL DNA. Let's do it. Come on.
Well,
you know what's crazy, Liar? By the way,
you
like
never know.
I've never met like today after the game, including like people that I know in real life. I haven't met a single Milan fan who is like still optimistic. Like for me, I mean, 2-0 is big. It's not impossible. I would think there'd be some people that are still confident, but yeah, it's really tough.
In my opinion, is like this. This Champions League run overall never gave a surprise result. Never gave okay, this team is saved. It has two goal advantage and completely goes on the other side. Every Champions League run there is a remontada or something. This is the only Champions League run that is no surprise at all. Every game is controlled, is going the way it should go. We beat Napoli 1-0. We kept the result. Inter beat Benfica 2-0. They kept the result. Everyone, City, Real Madrid. So must be an upset, and hopefully it's us, because Inter City is still open. It's not gonna be an upset. Everything
what do you have winning
possible.
that game, by the way?
I think City will go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Real Madrid was better though in the first game.
Yeah, I mean better. Real Madrid is better at waiting City and capitalizing on the space City will leave on the back, which is the tactic Ancelotti is not afraid to do. To be fair, I don't like Pioli doing that tactic against Inter. I want Pioli to find a solution and play an open game against Inter. Create chances. I'm happy to park the bus against any team, not Inter. Inter, we should be able to play an open game and beat them properly. They're not much better than us. It's just Pioli is making mistakes on the tactics against Inter. He still yet hasn't found a way. It's so easy for Pioli to get a result against Juventus, Lazio, Roma, Napoli. If you think about it, all the big teams in Serie A, Pioli understands them, puts the right tactics, and gets the point. Atalanta when we need it. But with Inter, he struggles a lot of finding the right way, and that is something he needs to improve. He needs to find a solution, and the second leg is his chance to redeem himself against Inter. Anyway, let's close it here. We need a bit more money in the transfer window. People saying, nah, we are out. It's not about scoring goals. Inter have unlock our defense. I don't know. I still think it's open. I still 2-0 is an open result. As Nathan says, it's more dangerous than 1-0. And I agree a bit with Nathan. A 2-0 is a dangerous result. Because at one point of the game, you have to make a decision. You have to keep what you're gonna do. You're gonna keep attack, or you're gonna just wait, make the changes because you think you have it. So let's see. Real Madrid was losing 2-0 against City. They found 2 goals in 3 minutes at the end, and after that, City completely crumbled. So I say, this result says to me we need to keep the clean sheet as long as possible, because Inter will give us 1 or 2 chances if we keep the clean sheet. If you keep a clean sheet and Inter gives us 2 or 3 chances, you take one, San Siro. We need a new stadium because we're going to put down San Siro in that night. If we score a goal and there is 10 minutes to go. Roy crying. No, I think Origi had a good 20 minutes, so Roy has nothing to say. And that's why he's not joining. That's it. Anyway, it's still open. I hope we get a win against Spezia. Let's get a win against Spezia. Let's get a clean sheet against Spezia. Let's get a win. Hopefully Inter drops some points. I don't know. Maybe. Let me see. Inter Sassuolo. I don't think they will do it. Maybe with such a high enthusiasm, they low down a bit the tension. I don't know. This is this moment of the season that everything can happen. So, Cristobal Pasmino, I want to correct you. It's not only 2 goals, it is 1 goal. I'll explain this because we need just 1 goal. The moment you score 1 goal, Inter will panic. The way we panic today, Inter will panic. That's my opinion. No, Paul. In my opinion, is Pioli today not like major issue. I don't blame Pioli 90% of the. But I think he got it wrong, man. Games with, if you want to play like this against Inter, Benacer should be in the midfield, not Krunic. Benacer, Tonali would be in the midfield, but not Krunic. Krunic is a good player. He does not have the physicality, the pace, the aggressiveness, the dominance that Benacer has in that midfield, even on possession. Benacer gets the ball and does something out of that ball. Starts a quick transition, not Krunic. Tonali is not yet there. So it is on Pioli, man. He just sometimes he just replicated thinking that will work against Inter, but it's not gonna work. He worked with Napoli. Napoli is a different team from Inter. Inter gives you spaces, man. That's what makes me upset about Pioli tactics of not putting Diaz in that number 10 position. That Inter with these midfielders, they will go forward, so they will leave you spaces. They are unbalanced as a team. They will give you spaces. So if you put Benacer in the midfield and Diaz on the number 10, as much as they will go forward and try to create chances, you can straight away go on Diaz and start a quick transition because Diaz will be on a 1v1 against Akan. And you will have Messias and Salemakers running on the wing, so you will be a 4v4, something that other team does not allow you. A 4v4 is amazing. A 4v4 with two old midfielders, slow midfielders, defenders like Acerbi and Darmian. That's what you want. So keep Benacer and Diaz in that midfield, in the central, to keep the ball. Krunic is too slow. No, Paul, I'm not saying it now. I've been saying it with Rock the whole week. Actually, I said it this afternoon and yesterday. I said it with Rock. I want Benacer in the midfield with Tonali. And Diaz as a number 10. Messias on the right, Salemakers on the left, because they are defensive. They will help with DiMarco and with Dumfries on those wings. DiMarco was doing whatever he wants because Diaz is not as much as defensive as Messias. The moment Messias comes in, DiMarco is less threatening. He goes less forward because Messias has space, covers the wing with Calabria, and goes more forward, more on the wing. Diaz likes to go in the central, so DiMarco will not follow Diaz and will always be free. Diaz will go in the middle, and it's not effective. So I'm not saying it after. I've been saying this before the game. Diaz was one of our best players, man. Diaz was one of our best players. So pass the ball to who? Pass the ball to who? And sometimes you don't need to pass the ball. You need to fucking run with that ball, get an advantage, go through 10, 15 meters, break the lines. Pass the ball to who? If you pass the ball, players will just come back, the defenders and the midfielders would position themselves. Come on, man. Yeah, Leao is a big problem not being there. That's fine. Nah, man, the players didn't show up. Dude, we were in that situation the first 10 minutes against Napoli. Guevara misses that goal, and it's still 0-0. It's I know the players shut the bed. I know the players after the first goal finished, they completely lost it and crumbled. I know that. I've seen it. I know what you mean. But Pioli should know that the players will crumble if we don't see the goal. And by the way, Pioli should put the team in a position, in a tactic that is quite effective against Inter. It's not the first time, and we're getting dominated in the midfield against Inter. That's it. No more. Actually, let me check who was playing in the midfield in the Supercoppa. So the formation was, the formation was good. They scored goals straight away. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 2-0 already was the first 20 minutes. Always like this, man. Always like this. Benacer Tonali was in the midfield. Kia Tomori, Hernandez, Calab, the same formation of today. Instead of Leao, Selemakers, Diaz, Messias. 10 minutes we conceded a goal. To be fair, that was a bad period of Milan. We were like extremely bad. But anyway, again, fine. No, I'm not disappointed in Calabria. I don't blame the defenders. I think the midfield let us down today. That's fine. We just need to do the perfect game at the return. I think Leao will not be back at the return. That is my opinion. It's 6 days. Yeah, true. That's a good point. First goal of Brozovic. The defense is in that case. Kalulu and Tomoya saw in the pitch, completely all over the place, not being conservative and keeping their position. Brozovic cuts inside and no midfielder. I think CDK was not following Brozovic all through the end. I remember that moment. So yeah, it was similar, pretty similar on the Mkhitaryan goal. Anyway, Paul, I want to go to sleep, man. How's it going?
No, I'm not gonna be here for long, man. I'm good, man. I've accepted what we are, and this is what we are as a club, and you know, it is what it is. We've still got a second leg to play, but I'm not happy with the performance, man. We choked. Like these boys shut the bed. All of them. The only player that can move the pitch with his head held high is Salamakers. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but yeah.
Diaz fighting, man. Diaz fighting. Every ball.
Diaz is number 10 that doesn't want to pass the ball. Make it make sense. Diaz,
but he passed the ball.
He was trying stuff, but I don't know, man.
Dude, but number 10 sometimes has to go on and try to dribble his man.
Sometimes.
No, he tried. On the 80 minutes, he tried twice.
No, now you're just nitpicking, man. Diaz did not have a good game. Diaz was not.
No, man, you're exaggerating now. You're exaggerating. I think Salamakers, Diaz, Messias, Origi.
Messias went 1-on-1 with Onana and couldn't place that ball past them. You know.
Well, but I'm saying that sometimes it's good to be in that position. That means that you can go in that position. That run Messias does with the Tonali ball, that is a good run.
I understand that, and I don't disagree, but
that's a lot of stamina.
But the moment Messias, you know.
Yeah, but I know, no shit. I agree with you. But sometimes you need the performance. You need to evaluate the performance, not just on the output. Even how much. You give in the pitch. Messias comes in the pitch that the game is 2-0 already. And at that point, Messias is covering that wing a lot. Plus, he's going every time forward. Every time. Pushing. Dribbling, 1v1, shooting, going inside, trying to find the pass. Missed a lot of passes, did a lot of wrong things, but he was giving everything. He was not scared. He was not shitting the bed. He was trying. Diaz was trying.
Messias was trying. Diaz was trying. I'm not trying to shit
exactly.
On
Diaz. I didn't see Diaz or Messias or Salamakers being scared or not covering the pitch, not running with their man. They never let their man alone.
Certain players, though. That being said, certain players actually disappointed me this game. And Calabria.
I think Krunic and Tonali were really bad. I think they played really bad.
Tonali was better. Tonali was a lot better in the second half.
Yeah.
In the first half, he was completely anonymous. On that second goal, he was embarrassing. You know, that whole defense was just sleeping. Calabria couldn't track his runner properly. Like, it's just amateur stuff. Like, you can't turn up to a derby like this, you know, playing in Europe for the whole world to see you. I've got friends that are sending me condolences messages right now. It's not funny. It's not. Like, what? How? Man, like, I was angry before, and I'm not trying to be angry now, but the more I think about it, the more pissed off I get. Like, or is it my fault? Do I expect too much from these players? Am I just spoiled?
No. That's why I say, listen, that's why I say Pioli. I mean, when I say Pioli made a mistake on the formation, it's a 50-50 at the end. He's throwing a coin. Because this formation purely, you don't concede the set piece, and maybe you have a completely different game.
Nah, but even on the set piece, you know, like why is Calabria marking Dzeko? You know, where's Kier, where's Tamuri? And that was a brilliant goal from Dzeko, by the way. That was a brilliant goal. Mike was never saving that, but as you know, the back line, you need to do better in that position. You know, this
Even
is only more
Calabria needs to do
consistent.
better marking
Whatever,
Dzeko.
whatever you
Because the ball is not it's not high. You can go in that ball. Calabria can go in that ball.
I mean, I guess, but it's just that I just wanted to see a lot more. There's a way to lose, and this is not it. We played like an amateur side today. You know, second on every ball. Inter were literally beating us up. Lukaku came on and literally scratched Calabria off like an itch. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what am I watching? Ma stiamo scherzare? Like, that. I think they got consumed by the occasion. It was too big for them. That's what I saw. Like, this team, they're just a bunch of pussies, man. All of them. They shat the bed. This is bad. This is very, very, very bad. You don't turn up to a derby like this. You don't.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu would not play a final before these guys.
I don't want to even talk about Hakan, but
he will not play a final before these guys. We are going to turn it. We are going to score 2 goals against them.
No, but you say that, like, but who's going to go and score the goals? Where's the goals going to come from? Leo?
God.
See, God. Yeah, see. Good. Yeah. I just, this team just, I was having such a good day. Like, I was so confident. Like,
what are you?
I was confident. I saw San Siro and I was shaking as well. But I'm a fan. I get to shake. These lot don't get to shake and have anxiety. I don't give a shit. But it's just amateur stuff. You know, Origi actually had a good game, by the way. I thought he came on and did well. I mean, there were times that I thought he could have maybe made himself a bit more available, or they could have given him the ball a bit more. But I thought he did very, very well.
See, that's another thing that upsets me about our players and our midfield. I really don't like this thing because our midfield does that. Tonali, Krunic, and Theo as well. They are too slow on they are too slow on moving the ball from Messias to Origi. We should be quicker. When the ball goes to Messias plays in the middle to Tonali, to Krunic. We need to be quicker and to bring that ball to Theo or Origi.
Need to be a lot
quicker. We need. That's why I say Pioli did it wrong on putting Benacer in that position. Benacer should be on the midfield to help that transition to be quick.
You think Benacer would? I mean, you think Krunic should have done a better job pinning down Theo? I mean, not Theo. Hakan, sorry.
No, but Diaz should have been as a number 10. Diaz and Benacer Tonali midfield. Diaz did a great job in the midfield in terms of not allowing their deep midfielder to play the game. It was always on pressing.
They were cutting through us in the middle, like, man. They were cutting us.
Yeah, but there was the other 2 midfield men that were cutting from us. The midfield that was covered by Krunic and the other guy, Tonali. Not Hakan.
Every time they had the ball in transition, I was so scared. But...
Rock.
What's up?
I was right, no?
I'm holding my phone. No, I was right.
Benacer should have played in the midfield, man.
Yes, but also I said from the beginning to start Messias because when he came in as an emergency sub, he wasn't sharp. I said put him in from the starting position because he's going to be someone that can finish chances. He's a better finisher on the right. But no, we put him in as an emergency sub. So when the chances fell to his feet, he wasn't sharp. He wasn't prepared. He wasn't ready. I said
Rock, what are you
start
talking
him.
about?
I said to start Messias.
Stop it.
Rock.
I said start Messias.
You're making excuses.
Okay, Rock, relax. 1 second. I know you say start Messias. My point is, Nathan is here as well. We're going to all give our opinion. So on this tactical small thing.
All of the chances fell to him.
Dude, forget about the chances.
But he wasn't sharp because he didn't start the game.
Okay, forget about the
That
chances.
doesn't mean shit, man.
My opinion is that Benacer and Tonali should have been the double pivot, because as much as Inter will create chances and get in that middle, Benacer is better player than Krunic, and he will get more chances to stop those attacks. And the moment Benacer stops an attack and gets the ball, he has the quality and the ability to run with the ball, to do a great pass, to create that quick transition. Something that Krunic does not do, because Krunic is slow. He plays conservative football. The moment he gets the ball, is looking for the easy pass. He does not run with the ball forward. So that's why I needed
I
against
actually
Inter
agree with
Benacer.
Laird on this.
I needed Benacer in that midfield, not up front at the number 10. Up front, the number 10, just put Diaz. Diaz will put a lot of quantity. He will run a lot, get scrappy fouls, be scrappy with Akan, and as well gives you quantity on that quick transition. But we didn't do that. And on the other side, Messias and Selemakers will cover you with Dumfries and DiMarco. So that was the mistake that Jolly did, in my opinion. If you decide to park the bus, play Krunic. If you're not deciding to park the bus, Benacer, our best midfield, should be in the middle.
Okay,
Yeah,
Larry,
I agree. I agree with that.
I need you to defend Diaz, because I know you said he did a good job, but listen, this guy had his eyes glued to his boots the whole match. He ran with the ball so much. He never fucking looked up to pass the ball. Never once did he pass the fucking ball. This guy ran.
Okay, Rock.
Like,
okay.
Diaz is number 10 that doesn't
he
like
never
passing the
passed
ball.
the ball, Larry. Never.
Make it make sense. It just doesn't make sense at all.
Rock, you, first of all, you need to show me the moment it does not pass the ball.
Damn, Larry.
I'll show you 10 moments where he
Rock
didn't
is
pass
yelling
the
at
ball.
you like,
show
he is ready.
I'll show you 10 moments where he didn't pass the ball.
Okay,
10.
Show me those
minimum
10 moments. Just send me the link or send me the whatever, and we can analyze that moment.
Well, let's analyze it then. The guy ran with the ball so many fucking times, he didn't look up one time.
Listen,
not once.
The moment Diaz is running with the ball, there is no one around him. Always.
So come back. So Larry. So cut the ball back, come back, and retain possession. Retain possession then. No. The guy runs like a fucking idiot,
Rock,
with nobody around, and then he loses the ball every time.
Rock, relax, man. He's done it just once, and because he's done it once, in your head, it's like he's done it always, and you're gonna blame him about that.
No. He did it 5 times, minimum.
No, he didn't do it 5
maybe
times.
10.
He didn't do it 5 times.
Yes, he did.
No.
I was counting how many times he did it.
But show those moments to me.
I'll show it.
Show those moments to me.
Let's rewatch the match.
Guys. This conversation is getting ridiculous. If you're not gonna pull up clips, then there's no point.
You're telling me even Messias ran with the ball on the wing. He tried dribbling, he lost the ball. But that's what I want. No.
At least he was physically strong enough to hold off the challenge and then recycle the possession. Diaz was never able to do that. Diaz was never able to do that. Never.
No, listen. Messias tries 1v1s, loses the ball, and end of the story. That's bullshit what you're saying, man. Diaz has to do that, man. You have to do that. The football you want to play is a football that it does not exist anymore. You need to go on a quick transition.
Larry, I was at the bar with other Milanista, dude. Everyone was saying the same thing.
Dude, don't talk about those Milanistas.
Everyone was saying the same thing.
Don't talk about those
Milanistas. Diaz gets the ball.
Rock, you had me. Rock, come on, you had me.
He doesn't pass the ball.
Stop this soccer talk, man. Stop this soccer talk, man.
Rock,
he doesn't pass the ball,
Rock, if you don't show me the moments, I'm not going to talk to you because I'm pretty sure if we go and check the game again, it's going to be twice and you're going to look like an idiot. You're going to think, oh, I thought it was 10 times. It's just twice.
Roll the clips.
2 times is a lot of times, man.
Roll the clips, guys. Roll it.
2 times is a lot of times.
Shut up, Paul.
Roll the clips, man. Roll the
2
clips.
times is a lot.
That's all I want to hear, man. Everyone is just talking, like, just roll the clips, man. It's simple, man. Like, everyone is talking about the verticals, man. Just roll the clips. Like, I want to see evidence, man. That's the only way.
I'm having one more.
Damn, Paul. Larry, how you feeling, brother? How you feeling, Larry?
I think we're gonna make it next game.
That's the budget. That's exactly what I was saying. This I'm deluded.
Clean is deluded as fuck, man.
I've been saying that, like, same thing you're saying.
Clean
I
is
think
doing
we're gonna
hookah,
make
guys.
it. I think we're gonna make it. The only thing we need to do is to keep the clean sheet. Keep
But
the clean
do you
sheet.
think
Yeah, but where's the goal gonna
is
come
it
from? Who's gonna score the goals?
Leao?
Come on, guys.
Dude, but we had chance. Tonali, that was a massive chance of Tonali. That was a chance
Yeah.
that the Messias. Sorry, that was a chance that Diaz passed the ball. Actually, he
That
stopped
wasn't
it and he
Diaz.
passed the ball.
Was it Diaz that passed the ball?
No, Diaz passed the ball. Diaz makes the run. He gets the ball from I think was how's he called? Theo gives the ball on the deep and he puts it on the cross. Giroud gets that ball and puts it on Tonali. That was a big chance. We can create
I
those
don't
chances.
remember that. I don't remember that action. I remember it was Tonelli that took the shot, but I don't remember how.
I can show you that because you guys. I can show you on the highlights. 1 second.
I'm just being honest. I don't remember Diaz.
I know.
I don't.
Dude, I remember Diaz going on a dribbling just twice. Just twice.
Just roll the clips.
And
Roll
losing
the
the
clips.
ball.
Roll the clips. Actually,
Yeah, 1
is
second.
it gonna get us banned or is it gonna get us cancelled?
No, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it with the.
Why the fuck Paul sounding out here like an attorney talking about road to trial? You think this is a trial?
Roll the clips, man. Nah, roll the clip. I want evidence. I want evidence, Clint. I want evidence, man. You can't just tell me stuff. So we should just believe it.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I think these are the. I mean, look at fucking Tonali, man. Look at look at this. Tonali's running with Mkhitaryan here. Can you see the?
Yeah.
Y'all about to get a strike. Huh.
So he's ball watching. Calabria is going in a 1v1 with DiMarco. Can you allow Calabria to go in a 1v1? He has to win every fucking duel in his life. If he loses one, and by the way, Calabria does not lose that duel because look at me. If we go forward, let me go. Look, Calabria is there, man. He's not allowing him to cross. He's making sure he's not gonna get a handball. Calabria is there. The ball out the back, not in the front here when Mike Magnani is. So Calabria is covering that pass. Tonali let Tomori followed Dzeko because has to do that, has to follow Dzeko. And Kier was keeping an eye on Lautaro. Tonali should have gone on a 1v1 and follow Mkhitaryan. Unfortunately, Theo Hernandez slips. But that's fine. Even if he doesn't slip, I don't think he will do much there. You can see it here, this image. Look at this. Here is looking at as Lautaro, and Tomori followed Dzeko because has to follow Dzeko because if Dzeko makes that run, DiMarco puts the cross, Dzeko scores. Anyway.
Look, you're meant to be showing me Diaz passed on the ball. Why are you showing me this? This is not the action we're talking about.
My problem is this. You know, before
Kid is
come in
yelling the
here
hell out of that
and
food. My goodness.
before you come in here and start yelling at me and shit. Here's the thing. I feel because I know it's gonna come. He's gonna be like, no, I disagree.
Shit.
Let me say this.
Stupid, man. Oh my
Let me say this. I feel like personally in this game, even the second half, Theo should have been released. Pioli should have given strict instructions, especially if he had Salamakers. Salamakers could have covered for him, and they would allow Theo to overlap, bro. He played too conservative because he's one of our attacking threats. I think he could have put in better balls than what Salamaker was doing. Salamaker is not known for his fucking crossing. And if you know you're not gonna get into that box, Theo should have been released on that end. It could have created damage. It allowed these guys to play way up the pitch. We should have took that risk.
You know why we couldn't push Theo up the pitch? Because we had Simon Kier who can't recover. He recovered one time and used his pace, and he had to be subbed off after that because the guy's 100 years old. And he's a third-string Atalanta center back, by the way. That's why we couldn't push Theo up, because the recovery speed of our center backs was just Tomori.
Okay, Paul, look at this. Origi has the ball here. Can you see it? On the wing. Diaz is here. He's running. He's going to go in that space. going in that space.
Of course.
Origi gives that ball to Diaz. Can you see it?
Yeah, you're cherry picking
Oh,
the
right.
only good moment from Diaz in the
Man,
whole.
this
I
Ivory soup
remember
is
this
mad
actually.
fire, bro.
I
Holy.
remember this.
Any passes in the middle.
I remember this actually.
I think Giroud
It
gets
was
the
a
ball
1-2,
first,
wasn't it?
and huh?
Wasn't it a 1-2? Trying to remember.
Bro, I swear Giroud is a fucking senior citizen, dog. Holy fuck. I know I'm
Clint,
gonna be
why you flipped up?
37 one
Isn't
day,
that your boy?
but I don't know if I'm
Isn't
gonna
that your
be
boy?
that
Oh,
stiff. Fuck me.
he was.
Look at Lair going out of his way to find the one Diaz good moment.
No,
Like the next
Paul
Deserbi.
asked me. Listen, Paul asked me, where is that chance? Because I don't remember, and I showed it to Paul.
My big thing, Lair, real quick. My big thing.
Why are you eating cupcakes, bro? We're not making promotions of these fucking
No, dude,
pastry
I'm
spots.
eating my feelings right now. I've been on a diet, and I went and bought cupcakes. I'm eating my feelings.
Is it gluten free?
They're gluten free, yeah.
I don't want you to die in front of the camera. Man.
Yeah, no, they're gluten free. They're gluten free.
Fucking
Guys,
gluten free, bro. You sound like a San Francisco broad. Talking about gluten free. What's this? You from Philly? What is
know,
this?
man. I
Rock
developed.
is CDK, guys.
I developed.
Ben Simmons eats gluten free.
I
Shame on you.
No.
Shame
I
on
developed
you.
a disease in my 20s, man. It's sad.
No, you don't get to call CDK bitch made.
CDK
you're gonna
eats
get that
gluten-free.
energy.
Man,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, CDK eats gluten free.
Gluten free people.
I
That's
wish
gonna
I
be a
could
new
just live
name.
my life
What is this
normally, like I did for 23 years before I
Rock.
developed
That's
it.
gonna be your new name. Rock gluten free.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Real quick, Larry.
Oh my God.
Do you agree with this? It just looked like when we were in the final third, that in our eyes, like in our body language, we didn't look like we had the conviction that we would score. We didn't look like we believed that we could score. Like mentally, we looked like we didn't think we would score, even if we shot the ball, even if no matter what we did. In the players' eyes, to me, it looked like they didn't believe that they could score. Anyways, that's what
I'll tell you what is the issue. The issue is this one. Against Inter, we never recovered the ball on the right places. So Inter was finishing every time their chances. Even if it was not a clear chance, they were always finishing the chance. Our strength is to recover that ball and go on a quick transition. That quick transition creates chances for us that there is spaces so we know what to do. The moment we don't do that, we're always going to be a team that does not know what to do when the defense is positioned.
Yeah.
So one of our best players to do that, to interrupt an opposition attack, is Benacer and Tonali. If you put them on the double pivot, they will recover the ball and go on a quick transition on Diaz, Messias, Selemakers, Leao.
And don't forget Leao. Leao wasn't there as an outlet for counter-attacking football, so we couldn't transition quickly without Leao.
So if you put Krunic on the double pivot on a game that you want to transition quick, and you will never do that, because first of all, Krunic will never win any duel against the midfield of Inter, because the midfield of Inter is open. There is spaces. They will pass the ball between each other, and they don't like possession ball. The midfield of Inter will go forward and create a chance. The midfield of Napoli will move the ball around until they create a chance. So that's why you need players that are quick and strong to get that ball quick, to win that duel, get the ball, and go on a transition.
Yeah.
That was the Pioli's mistake, in my opinion. Theo played bad because Theo should have done a bit more on that quick transition. Should have been more like give me the ball, I want to go.
He was too far back.
Which we did in the past when we beat Inter.
Yeah.
Before
we went.
Like when we beat Inter, it's like instead we either will put a Kessie up top where Benacer was supposed to play today to pin down whoever that Tequartista of Inter is supposed to be, or that ball distributor. Sometimes Brozovic, but I think in this game was Shananoglu. Why do you put Benacer up there? Yes, it could have done that, but I think in that double pivot from the back, because you have a team that sits back. They play on counterattack. It was Inter. They play low block, which we struggle with. And I know last time you said, there's no formation against low block. Okay, fine. But from an instruction perspective as a coach, If you know that's going to happen time and time again, why are you making the way you're positioning these players and the instructions you're giving to these players? You should have tweaked it a little bit, or let's look out for dead balls, because we lose in the same way over and over again. At what time do you look and you're like, okay, dude, when do you fix this shit? For me, it's purely, bro. Like I blame him because we lose the same way. The Inter beat us in the same fucking way.
I think Clint, real quick. I think we lose the same way because of the depth of our bench. Like if you look at Inter, the fact that they can bring on 120 million Lukaku, 35 million Correa, Gosens, like, dude, the fact that they can bring off the bench these players of value, and we can't bring anyone off the bench. Giroud is free. Origi is free. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's fine. Okay, Rob.
The value
okay, I can agree with that on one point. But if I want to stick to the game, I just want to add this one thing. When I look at the second goal, Mitraka, it's the same goal, the same way Brozovic scored earlier this season. It's the same fashion.
Yeah.
So how is this a lot? This is the things I look at. Is like we're getting these balls. Even when you look at that Dzeko ball, right? Yeah, we could Calabria should not been on him, but it's coming from that angle. We're getting scored in the same fashion, bro. It's not something new.
I might have to say something controversial right
Inter knows how to punish us.
I might have to say
it was a good hit from Xhaka, by the way. But...
No, Pioli, I'm with Clint. Pioli should figure out how to beat Inter because he's making the same mistakes over and over. He's putting the wrong players in the wrong.
Don't be Inter without Leao, guys.
Larry, I think the options he has at his disposal are forcing.
No, he had the option today. I don't know. Listen to me.
I don't know.
There is Inter game is pretty simple. I mean, simple to understand what is the strength. I'm not saying it's simple to interrupt. So the fullbacks are a threat. The two strikers move along and they do a 1-2s and they play a lot with the midfielders. And these are the threats. So the strikers playing with the midfielders and creating superiority and creating chances. How can you fix that? Or you add an extra defender and you go back at the 3 at the back. You say, I don't have Leao, I'm going to go back 3 at the back and play simple with wings. And Diaz close to whatever, or Benacer. Or you put Benacer in the midfield and keep Messias and Selemakers to cover the wings. Or put Pobega. Start to think about things like this. Set pieces are good. I'm going to put tall players. I'm going to put Chao.
The second option,
Kalulu.
The second option that you said was perfect. He should have played a 4-3-3 with Krunic, Benacer, Tonali in a midfield 3 and Macias in the front 3 because he offers more physicality. He offers height on aerial balls. And he's really good at holding off defenders and completing his pass. Like, I said that before the match. 4-3-3. Simple. Benacer, Tonali, Krunic, and start Macias. When you don't have the ball, it's a 4-4-2. When you have the ball, it's a 4-3-3. Like, what the fuck?
Pioli does not play the 4-3-3 because Benacer was high in the pitch as a number 10.
It's ridiculous, man. I don't know,
because he does not play that,
I'm starting to lean towards Pioli out because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of losing to Inter in the same way every single time we play them. Why doesn't he fucking learn? It's the same shit every time. Every time.
Yo, I get it, man.
My
problem is, I get it. You've been saying this over and over.
He's like, I get it, man. He's like, okay. He's like, I get it. Lion is like, yo, I'm not your punching bag. He's okay, bro. I get it. Holy.
What I'm saying is that you need to Pioli needs to understand that Benacer was good as a number 10 option against Napoli because you're sitting deep. So your number 10 will be deep with the midfielders, so he will play a lot in the midfield. But against Inter, I think it was a wrong decision. So let's say you don't want to play three in the midfield. At least play Benacer, your best midfielder, close to the center backs, so you can help the center backs to cover that pitch better. And that's important. Anyway, guys, Clint, do you want to say anything else? I'm really upset. It's been 2 hours of live. I think we're gonna.
What?
We're gonna.
Where? We're just getting started, bro. What the fuck? You
No. I'm leaving. I'm leaving right
can
now.
I say one more thing then, real quick?
Clint needs to say one thing.
All right, go ahead, Clint. Oh, wait, I want to say one more thing that's positive.
Yeah. What I'm go ahead, Rock. At it.
I just want to say one thing positive. It's only 2-0. And I feel extremely positive about the scoreline. It could have easily been 3-0, 4-0. Don't forget that we beat Napoli, one of the best teams in the world, 4-0 in the league. Leao will be back. Pioli will be able to analyze how this first game went. We'll be at the San Siro again. And I'll be there, obviously. And honestly, 2-0 is nothing. Nothing. We created chances to score 1, 2, 3 goals even. We created that many chances. If it was 3-0 and 4-0, I'll be super depressed right now. Like my hope would be gone. I'll be looking up like how to get refunded for my flights and hotel and everything. But because it only ended 2-0, I'm still.
That boy Rock would have been twerking in front of the Italian embassy in the States. Be like, I want my money back, boy.
I think Inter, honestly, although Inter won and that's great for them, they fucked up today. They could have easily won 3-4-0 and they didn't. They left it 2-0. They left it open. They fucked up. 2-0, we can come back from 2-0. They fucked up today and they're going to be regretting the fact that they didn't win 3-0, 4-0. Because we're coming back firing next week. We can easily come back from 2-0. That's my last thoughts.
Okay, easily. I'm with you. And I don't think it's easy. But they need to see it in a way that you need one goal.
It's doable.
The moment you score one goal, Inter will crumble.
Yep.
That's it, yo. And then you guys took all the words out of my mouth. That's what I was saying earlier to Paul and these guys, and they were saying I was delusional even during the game. I just personally feel is that I know we're not. I look at previous Champions League games. I look at all Champions League games. I mean, in Champions League, nothing is impossible. And I don't want to just look at this game to be like, well, there's nothing about this game that tell us we're going to be able to score 3. It's you don't know what 8 days or 7 days does to you, right? You don't even know what like weeks can do to you because we went off from eliminating Napoli. You come back, you in another shape. You just don't know what happens. Leao comes back. It's not like we have to travel to fucking Portugal or Spain where it's different. It's within the same city. Milan scores within the first 30 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
20, 30 minutes is too much. 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Get the goal.
No,
even if Inter, because
what's up, Larry?
Because going back.
I want to say Clint, sorry.
Yeah.
Clint.
Yeah.
You need to score the first 80 minutes. The moment you do 1-0 at the 80 minutes, 83 minutes, Inter will crumble.
Yeah.
Because you have 7-10 minutes to go the 2-2.
And what I said, and
that will be a night for the Inter, for the supporter, and you can get the second goal. And the moment you get it,
and I think one thing I want to add is if you pay attention, Inter has really lapsed of concentration in the second half. They've been doing that throughout this whole Champions League. You even saw the last one against
all season.
Got scored 3 goals.
And you even saw it today. Today is because we didn't take our stuff seriously. They shut off. They make poor passes, so they're not really a complete, you know, team. The mistake
we could have scored 2 goals today in the second half easily.
Yeah, and the mistake today is we couldn't weather the storm when they were doing all that pressure. If we were able to do that, the tide would have went in our favor. It's fine. 2-0. The pressure is more in Inter than us because they have to protect the lead. We have nothing to fucking lose. That's how I look at it.
Nothing to lose now.
And if Leao comes back, it's gonna switch this whole dynamic, man. I'm not saying he's gonna be the sole purpose, but it's gonna pin them back a little bit. Where it's gonna not allow people like Theo to make runs and all that stuff. They're not gonna be all. You have fucking Darmian running through the midfield. None of that BS is gonna happen because they know Leao is there.
Yep.
Oh no, and none of that BS will happen in the second half. If we're 0-0 in the second half, they will start to say, "Shit, we need to stay here. We cannot go forward. We need to wait now."
All we need is one goal, Larry. One
Fucking
goal. One
Rob,
goal.
you will
That's
see
it.
something
And
that
then
you've
it's going
never
to
seen in
change
your life.
completely.
San Siro will be demolition. But we will need a new stadium at the end of that game. They will need to build a new stadium.
We just need one goal. And also, I know.
Let's pray there's no fucking injury over the weekend either.
I know you want to close it, Larry, but I was just going to comment on the refereeing and the fact that
that was weird. The referee was weird.
Like, the ref was bad, but I don't want to cry about it, guys.
I don't want to cry about it, but I'm just saying, like, he really, for the first 65 minutes, was awful.
We weren't getting any goals at all. Nothing.
So I just hope we have a better officiating team for the second leg.
He's one of my favorite referees, by the way.
I don't know why. He looks extremely interista, and he was talking to Lautaro in Spanish because he's Spanish. Like, and Inter has way more Argentinians than Spanish players. Like, I didn't like that at all. But if we have a good officiating team for the second leg, and we get a goal in the first half, guys, I'm gonna feel super confident. Like, I really feel Inter was on their. They were on defense mode. We should have finished a few chances, but we did it, and that's okay. But honestly, 2-0, them only winning 2-0 today when they could have easily.
Bro, 2-0 in the Champions League means nothing. 2-0 in the Champions League means nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing. Honestly, I feel confident with 2-0.
I mean, you guys are saying this. You guys are saying it's not that I don't believe, but look at how we approached today's game. These guys were shameful. They shat the bed. You don't turn up to a Champions League game like this.
Paul.
I don't understand all this bullshit fake positivity. I understand it, but look at how these lot approach the game.
They shat the bed for 40 minutes.
Tonali, Calabria, Italian boys.
Free cupcake. Maybe you'll be
happy. Me. I might actually start eating gluten free.
For 40 minutes, though.
Fucking hell.
They shat the bed for 25 minutes. That's it.
What is this? Did you guys see Tonali on that second goal? I'm trying to not be angry, by the way, but did you see Tonali on that second goal?
He did good.
What is this? No, Clint, stop it.
No, Calabria and Tonali fucked up. But Paul, listen, all we need is Inter to shit the bed for 20 minutes.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see Inter shitting the bed. I'm sorry.
Shit the bed for 20 minutes. That's it.
Guys, did you see people flew in all the way from Australia, America, all of Indonesia to watch this shit? Like, these guys have no pride whatsoever. This game just showed me that these boys are a bunch of pussies, every single one of them.
Because they're eating fucking gluten-free cupcakes. That's why.
What is this? What are we talking about? Where's your pride? Like, where's your pride? As a man, where's your pride?
Why the fuck he's traveling to Milano? I bet you're gonna check your luggages, bro.
I have to sit down here. I have to sit down here and listen to Lat say to me, we only need one goal. Where's the goal going to come from, lad? Where is it going to come from? Where is it going to come from?
Yes, because it's going to start the match.
Did you see Messias today? Origi actually played well, by the way. Origi actually played very well, by the way. Origi came on and played well today. He didn't get on the ball enough, but I thought Origi came on and did all right. But this is just. Let's actually be real for once, guys. All this bullshit positivity is starting to get on my nerves.
No. There's not positivity. That shows how your football knowledge is really bad.
Don't comment. Shut the fuck up and stop telling me about football knowledge, man. Did you see the players today? Did you see them today? Did you see them today?
Listen,
did you see them? In the final third, nothing was happening. Nothing.
What did I say before we came in?
English and you support the EPL and they suck at
don't come and start for let's be serious for once, guys. Let's be serious for once.
Let's be serious. Let me finish for a second. What I was
Rock, what I say, Rock. What I say, what line we're about to say.
What are we talking about here? Let's actually be real for once. Let's actually switch on.
About one goal, bitch. One.
Can I fucking
That's
finish?
it.
Can I
Stop
fucking
Well,
being
finish?
go on. Go ahead, lad. Go on.
So what I was disagreeing with you is that the problem is not who is going to score the goal. My problem is, are we going to keep the clean sheet for 45, 50 minutes? So to allow ourselves that chance of the one goal? That's my problem. If we are able to keep a clean sheet for 60, 70 minutes, we will find that goal because as Clint says, Inter will give you those spaces.
Clint
Inter
doesn't
is
know ball. Don't
literally,
talk to me about Clint. Clint doesn't know
dude,
ball,
I'm not
man.
saying, I
Clint,
didn't say
Clint
Clint
don't know
knows
ball.
Wow, that's
ball.
how you
I
feel?
say, dude, why
Wow.
you feel so
No,
insecure, man?
I'm just
I'm
fucking with
just
you,
saying
man. I'm
what
just
Clint
fucking with
said.
you.
one
Just
thing
fucking with you.
real quick,
But
and I agree with Calabria and Tonali, by the way, Paul, but listen, at the end of the day, Lair, you have to admit this right now and stop being biased. Listen, Simon Kier was a third-string center back for Atalanta. He couldn't even get into the Atalanta starting 11, and he's 3 years older from when we signed him. Two, Tomori, as much as I love Fikayo Tomori because the attributes and characteristics that he has are so unique to Serie A, okay, just like Abraham, his characteristics were unique to Serie A. Once other teams figure that out, okay, their shortcomings become more prevalent. And it's obvious that he was a fourth choice for Chelsea. And Chelsea is a club that could go on to the semifinals and finals of Champions League. And he was a fourth choice. So we have to admit that our squad is not currently at the level of a squad that wins the Champions League. They could
Bro,
become that, but they're not that yet. So you have
Ross,
to admit that.
I'm
speaking
not
about
gonna admit that because
that,
this team
guys.
came to the semifinal of Champions League.
What is
Yeah,
this,
we're
man?
lucky to be here. We're lucky to be
What
here,
is this?
Larry.
Before
We're lucky to
the
be
game
here,
started,
Larry.
I had to listen to Owen Hargreaves literally roast us for a good 20 minutes about how we're lucky to be here. We don't deserve to be here. I was getting pissed off, but the reality is this is what we are. I'm expecting too much from these players. Way too much. This is not the era of Seedorf, Maldini,
Paul, I'm not
Kaká, and all
giving
these
up on these
guys.
players. We are going to win it.
Lie.
We are going to win
These
the
lot,
Champions
these
League.
lot showed no
I'm
fucking
not
balls
fucking
today.
giving up.
They
I'm
showed
not
no
giving up
balls
on this
today.
team.
No
But
balls. I was positive as well. I'm not gonna lie. I was put the
the
whole
game is
week.
not
I
finished.
wasn't scared.
The game is
I
not
was calm.
finished.
It's not done. I agree. It's not done. But
Real quick. Larry,
I'm not 100% confident. I'm sorry. I'm not.
The whole squad. In the second half, when the players walked onto the pitch, Giroud's head was down and Simone Kier's head was down. Their heads were down, sad. That pissed me off. These guys are supposed to be leaders in the squad. Simone Kier is showing why he was a third-string center back for Atalanta.
Again, repeating the same things.
I'm just saying.
Over. Listen.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Every single derby. No, it's not even that. Every single derby, I have to watch Lautaro Martinez literally cook Tomori. Every single fucking derby. What is this?
Cooks him.
What is this?
That's why we should have got Botman.
Oh my god. Botman is gonna come and score 20 goals. He's gonna come and score the goals.
No, don't start.
I agree.
This nonsense, man. This nonsense, man.
Botman would
shit.
be starting this match.
This shit.
CDK cannot even get 1 minute in this
match. Guys. CDK is thanking God right now. Purely didn't put him on to take part in this shit show. He's thanking God right now. He could not hack that pressure. He would crumble. If you want to see a player cry, purely should have put CDK on. I'm telling you, this whole the Mercato was a failure.
We should have bought Botman. Botman would have played
no, man.
this
It's
game.
just listen. Botman is not the reason. Botman wouldn't have done shit. Botman wouldn't have done shit.
This game, Paul.
Botman wouldn't do shit.
This game, and Lautaro would have been a little Argentinian keychain inside his pocket if Botman started this game.
This is unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable, man. You guys are deluded.
Would have been a fucking
No. Hey, jokes aside, Paul. Jokes aside, though, looking at this game, I'm gonna be honest. We haven't shot the second time because it's not. Inter did took advantage the first 30 minutes, but when we look on the long run of the game, you can see we're able to get in that box. We're able to get a shot on target. The second time around, if we materialize what we had today earlier in the game, in the next game, it's gonna be trouble because at that point there's not another return leg. This is the last fucking game. Yeah. And if you have Leao going in there penetrating and he's fully fit, it's gonna be a fucking problem.
Clint, I hear that. Clint, I hear that. Wait, Rock, one second, Rock.
We spent more time in Inter's final third.
I hear that. But the problem is these players, if you still have to rely on Leao to come here and save you, then you're just not cut for it. I'm sorry. You're pussies.
Yeah, but we need him. I'm sorry. We need at that stage, at these stages.
Do you know what pissed me off?
It's kind of like, listen, it's kind of like Madrid without a Vinny Jr. on the side, bro. They're gonna fucking struggle in the semi against Man City.
They don't shit the bed.
Now. I'm sorry.
They don't shit. No, but Clint, they don't shit the bed.
The reason I don't agree with that, this is not the league. These are the type of games where you need players like Leao now. This is why you rely on them. I'm sorry. It's not in the league. It's not against Spezia. This is now that you need Leao to make their match.
I'm sorry, man. There's a way to lose, and this is not it. There's a way to lose, and this is not it. These lot rolled over. Inter outplayed us, and Inter are not that good.
It's only 2-0, bro. Relax.
Oh, relax, my God. Man. Guys, it's a matter of pride. What was their balls today?
We could have scored.
Okay, yeah. All right, good. You're going to San Siro. You pray to God. Relax. No, Rock, you're going to San Siro, yeah? You pray to God that these men don't shit the bed again.
It's nothing.
All right, cool. You just pray to God they don't shit the bed, because if they shit the bed, you're going to come on here and start breaking my balls. I know you. I fucking know you, Rock. I know you.
Paul, 2-0 is nothing. We had the ball.
It should have been more. It should have been more. That's what you lot don't understand. It should have been more.
Yeah, it should have been.
They could have beat us 4-5-0. It's not good enough. I'm sorry. It's not good enough. I'm not hearing that. No.
Listen, you think we fucked up. Inter fucked up today. They left it only 2-0. They fucked up. That was the biggest mistake they could ever make, was leaving the match only 2-0. They fucked up.
They will pay. They will pay the second game. They will pay. They will pay the price.
I don't know, guys. I want to believe it. I want to believe it, but right now,
believe it. There's no option. Believe it. You got no other option than that.
Listen,
I'm just not happy. I'm just not happy.
For anyone that's superstitious, the final is in Istanbul. Liverpool made a comeback of 3-0 in Istanbul. Inter left it only 2-0. We're playing at home in Milano. Leao will be back. Pioli will have analyzed this match. And Inter are a bunch of fucking scumbags.
I have a question. I wonder if people like Saki... No, I have a question. I imagine if people like Saki, do they advise Pioli? Or like when these coaches retire, they don't even tell shit? Like, or all the old Milan heads is like going
They talk.
No. Saki gives lectures in Cover the Channel and all these.
Dude, but it's not. Listen,
schools and stuff. So he does talk about that.
Jesus Christ!
I am with Rock, man. I'm with Rock. Yeah, I'm with Clint. I think we're gonna win it.
So you're with everyone but Paul. I see you. Dude,
I'm not.
They left it only 2-0. They fucked up. They fucked up. Only
because Paul, if it was 3-0, 4-0, I'm not even here speaking. I know it's a wrap. 2-0. I always said in football, the score that I hate the most
is
2-0. I'd rather have a 1-0. I can deal with 1-0s, but 2-0 is the score I hate the most when I'm in the team that's winning. Because with 2-0, bro, once one goal comes in, I don't know, you shook.
It's the most dangerous lead in football. That's what they say. It's the most dangerous lead in football.
But the thing is, guys,
that Inter game, if we're able to score the first half, bro, I'm telling you, they're not going to know what the fuck to do.
Exactly. Listen, Inter scored in the 8th minute and the 11th minute today. 11 minutes out of 95 they scored today. That means for almost 90 minutes, they didn't score. We had the ball in Inter's final third more than they had the ball in our final third today. All we need is finishing, conviction, Leao in the lineup, and I promise you we can come back from 2-0, no problem.
And the reason why I say Leao in the lineup is really important for us, bro, is because it's going to keep them back. They're not going to have all that fucking luxury to be up front like they were doing today. They're not. And
Guys,
then
is it
they're
time to
going to
play?
allow the DS to do their thing as well. Not just Leao, but it's because it makes no sense for me for you see the Darmian and all these guys on that side having that leash, that free time. Leao was there,
Guys,
all that bullshit
We
shut down.
we do need Leao though.
guys,
We need
is it
Leao in
is
the
it
second leg.
is it
Go ahead,
time to
Paul.
give Pobega playing time and play him as a number 10, guys?
No, Pobega is
Is
going to
it?
play as a midfield, man. No Krunic. Pobega, Tonali midfield. No Krunic.
I don't like Pobega and the two. I'll be honest.
Pobega
No,
can
no.
shoot,
He can
so I
shoot.
need him.
Yo, he can shoot.
I would put him
He
at
can
number 10.
shoot.
Whoa,
That's the only thing I
No, no,
like.
number 10. No, he's not quick enough to play as a number 10.
Yeah, he's slow.
He's slow.
He's really slow.
I don't know, man. I'm just this their performance. It is a way to lose, and this is not it. That's what
And
I'm
I
saying.
feel like
There's no
Paul,
Milan fans are more
Paul,
mad
you're
because of
talking about
Çalhanoğlu,
15
bro.
minutes. Dude.
Çalhanoğlu
Say again?
About
pisses
15
you off.
minutes.
Oh yeah, he
Come on,
pisses.
everybody
Oh my
else.
god! Don't even get me started. Every time the camera panned to this guy, I wanted to break my fucking TV. Like what? Why do we have to let Hakan? What? These boys showed no. Oh man, I'm gonna mute myself.
Hakan
Paul,
does not care,
Hakan
man.
Çalhanoğlu will not play a Champions League final before Tonali. Will not happen. No chance. We're winning that.
Tonali shut the bed today. Hakan didn't though.
Dude,
But listen,
we're winning that one.
Who
Hakan is 20
who
years,
gets
man.
to
He's
lose
shutting
the
the
final
bed.
4-0 or 5-0? Who cares?
Man. Guys, listen. I want to be as positive as you guys. I believe in my team, yes, but wake up and smell the coffee, man. You
Maybe
guys
it's
need to
all
wake
that
up and smell
hookah
the
and
coffee.
done smoke that got me positive, bro.
We do
That's the
need
vibe.
Leao though.
Send me some of that,
Low
Clint. Send
key,
me some of
low key,
that.
we need
'cause
Leao in the second leg, or else we
This
really.
is
No, but hey, I have a question though.
problem.
Are we
It's the problem.
sure? Are we sure that Leao is gonna start though the next game, or his injury is
I don't
extended?
know, bro. I
Even
don't
better, Clint. Are we sure he's gonna sign the renewal now? I
He's
don't
not
know.
signing. It's done. He's not
It's
signing.
Dude,
gonna
the
sign the
renewal
renewal.
is done, man. The renewal is done. The papers are
No, I'm
signed.
talking about start. Like, is he gonna start though?
I'm backing up, man.
I think no. I think he's not gonna start.
I don't think he's
Because
starting.
today he was fully clothed. Like him having full clothes gave me no fucking confidence at all. I'm like, fuck. I hope he's there the next game.
Not even on the bench. Yeah, he was wearing like a Supreme jacket.
Fuck, bro. Shit. Damn,
Yeah.
bro. Fucked up. That's when I wish Rebic would have channeled his inner 2019 self.
Clint,
Rebic
you
is
know
done,
why?
guys.
You know why Leao
Rebic is
got
done.
injured? You know why
Oh,
Leao
God.
got injured?
Why?
Because part of our fan base were complaining about Pioli not playing him and resting him.
This is another thing as
And
well.
God,
Like, thank you for bringing that up.
and God
Thank you
came
for
and
bringing that
punished
up.
you.
Thank you for
Punished
bringing
you,
that
and
up.
now you take it.
Thank you for bringing that up. You don't get to say Pioli's an idiot for rotating and then blame him for Leao's injury. It's either or. This is at you, Clint. This is exactly for you.
No,
'Cause
but
you're
I
one of
never.
them.
No. See, you can't say that. Do you hear me blame Pioli for his injury? And then that
Oh,
have
well,
not blame nobody for
You didn't
Leao's
blame
injury.
Pioli, but you're Pioli out.
Clint,
It's
Clint,
Floki,
no,
Nathan,
this
all those
This
guys.
is karma, Clint. This is karma. You complain about something,
I
and
will
life brings
accept
you
that. I will accept that
exactly
karma
what you
part,
choose.
but I never
That's
complained of that
karma.
injury. Yes, I was one of the ones that want Leao to start in rotation. But if it's the karma, fine. But I'm not complaining
It's the
that
karma. You
Pioli
guys learned
injured
the
me.
lesson.
I
The
stay
people were
consistent.
saying
I
Pioli
stay
should not
consistent
rest
with my
Leao.
decisions. Same as the Pioli out for me. Pioli's still out. You
I
know,
don't
I'm
know.
never gonna switch on that. So
I was looking at our bench today and I was just
I was
yeah, the
like,
bench is depressing, bro.
dude,
The
I was
bench
just
is
taking my
depressing.
Paul,
like
Listen,
sorry guys.
listen.
who is going to
Eat
come on
this
and
bench,
take this game?
And I'm seeing like Brozovic warming up Lukaku, and then for
They
us,
had
you
Lukaku
see
on the bench.
CDK, Origi, like holy.
They had
Dude.
Lukaku on the bench.
Paul, don't change
Clint, they
argument.
had Lukaku on the
Change argument.
bench.
No.
Don't
Paul,
change argument.
Lukaku and Brozovic.
Man.
Paul, the fan base was complaining because Pioli was resting Leao. That's
I never complained about
listen to me.
Pioli's
Listen to me.
choices.
That's what type of fan base we have. Instead of shut the fuck up and be happy, that Leao is in the bench and he's rested to play against Napoli. You're complaining because he's not playing. Shut the fuck up.
Clip. I mean, another thing as well.
That's what you get.
I'm sorry to go back to the Cremonese game because that game put me through 5 stages of grief. People saying Pioli doesn't know how to break down low blocks. Are you blind? Do you watch the game? We had chances. We do not take our chances. Pioli did his job. These players, yet again, shut the bed. What is this? I don't understand. Like, I feel like people just want to complain for just complaining sake. I don't understand.
No,
Purely,
Paul, we're procrastinators. We like to wait until the last minute to do what we need to do. So the next match, we're gonna win 4-1.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so, but it's too little, too late.
We beat
Guys, I'm gonna
Napoli
close the
4-0.
live.
We beat Napoli 4-0 in the league. We're gonna
Yo,
win
hey
4-1.
Paul, I'm gonna go channel my inner Kofanoche and do some magic so we win.
Man, do whatever you have to do, man. Do whatever you have to do, man. I don't even care, man. These players, there's a way to lose. There's actually a way to lose. If you lost and you gave every
They
single
only
thing,
scored in the
then
first
I'm like,
11
yeah,
minutes,
cool.
Paul. Relax.
No. Don't tell me to relax, man. You're
11
playing at home.
minutes. 11 minutes.
Rock,
You act
rock,
like
rock.
Larry, are you doing
Maybe you
another
don't.
live? Are you
You
doing another
act
live
like
Maybe you
in
they
don't.
the
won
week?
Maybe you don't
6-0.
realize this, Rock. Maybe you don't realize this, but we're
You
actually
act
playing at
like
home
they
today.
won 6-0. They
Rock,
scored
we were playing at
2
home today.
goals in 11
Rock,
minutes. That's
Rock.
it.
No. Rock. We were playing at home today. We were the home team today. Did you see the stadium? Did
Home
you see the
team,
tifo?
San Siro. It's
Yeah.
the same shit.
Did you see the flares? Yeah. That was us.
We're
For
better
90
away.
minutes,
We're
fans were
better playing
singing
away
Milan
anyway.
chants,
We're
and these
better
lot did
playing
nothing.
away
They did
anyway.
nothing.
Paul, man, I get you're upset, man.
No, I was actually joined the live and I tried to be calm, but
you really
we need to
upset.
wake up and smell the coffee.
You're really angry. Yeah,
I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy. I am not
Right
happy.
now, Paul.
I am not
Listen,
happy.
Larry, right
People
now,
are sending me
Paul,
condolences
right now,
messages.
listen,
Guys,
Larry,
I
right
know.
now,
I'm getting bantered left and
right now,
right.
Paul is channeling his Floki spirit right now. You sound like
No,
Floki.
don't say that, man. Don't say
You
that.
do.
You guys don't understand. I'm
You
getting
sound like
bantered by my
Floki.
friends. I'm getting bantered, guys. I'm
I
getting
already
bantered.
started. Oh, I know. I already started too. I'm
Man.
getting DMs left to right.
Me too.
People that haven't messaged me in years are messaging me all of a sudden.
Me
They have my
Right now, I'm
number.
getting messages right now as we speak, bro.
What is this? I'm getting condolence messages. You guys are shit.
The crazy part is they only scored in the 8th minute and the 11th minute. And then from that point forward, they had 2 chances to score again, a third and a fourth. And we had fucking 100 chances to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We didn't fucking finish any of them, but we had chances to score more.
At least I get to watch the MLS Cup right now. I'm watching MLS. Maybe I can, my team wins.
Guys, we are going to go to that fucking final. We are going to win against Easter. We are gonna upset them. We are breaking another.
I hope so.
At least, Paul. At least you have. I don't know if you guys do that in Italy, but here in the States, like for sports, when your team loses or the rival, like your friends will have you wear the other team's jersey, bro. That's part of the bet.
Yeah.
That shit's so embarrassing.
Yeah, no way.
It's so fucked up.
I've never taken part in a bet like that, even if I'm confident.
We do that here all the time, bro.
I don't take part in it.
And in the NBA, real quick.
Me in an Inter shirt, no way, man. I'll rather eat shit.
In the NBA playoffs, it's best out of 7. So if a team is like 2-0 up on like in the series, 2-0 is nothing in the series in the NBA. Like nothing. You can come back and win 5.
Guys,
in a row.
it takes 30 seconds to score a goal. It takes 6 minutes to score 3 goals.
Larry, it took them 11 minutes to score 2.
Real Madrid
people think we can't come back. It's ridiculous.
Real Madrid scored.
You guys are missing the point. You're missing the point. It's not that I don't think we can't come back. I'm thinking with that shit attitude playing at home, who is going to force the comeback? Who?
Okay. Paul, can you breathe for a second? PSG.
I need to breathe. I need to fucking breathe. You're right.
PSG dominated Real Madrid. Real Madrid fucking went through the second leg. Jesus, calm down, man.
Like, he's like, yo, breathe for a second. That boy Paul rapping. Fuck.
Right, man. Breathe for a second. So we've seen the best teams in the world shit the bed and still regroup the second leg and win it and go through. The away rule is not there anymore. So basically, away or at home doesn't matter if you have balls. We are in the same stadium. A lot of Milan fans will be there. They will make a lot of noise. So it's not gonna feel like you're away. Listen to me. It takes 30 seconds to score a goal. I always say in these lives, the hardest things to do is to keep a clean sheet for 90 minutes. You can score a goal in 30 seconds, but keeping a clean sheet for 90 minutes is harder. So, if we can keep the clean sheet for 45, 60, 70, 80 minutes, we will get our chances. We will take our chances. Because Inter is not a solid team, one of those teams that is unbeatable, impossible to get a chance. Inter will let you have chances. And Inter will have chances as well. But we need to stop them.
Yep. Larry, we kept a clean sheet for 84 minutes.
No. I'm talking about the first 84 minutes, not the second one.
Yeah.
First part of
the
the
clean
game.
sheet for 84 minutes.
You guys need to wake up and smell the coffee. Like telling me the next third is going to be Milan fans. No shit. This was the home games. We were making the most noise in the stadium. And look at how these boys performed. I don't think you guys understand what I'm saying.
Dude, oh my God.
I don't think you guys are deep in it.
Dude, but I was not surprised because I know that these players have never played a semi-final. And the moment Zeko scores a goal in 8 minutes, I know they will crumble. I was
But somehow...
maybe... 1 second.
Yeah, go on.
And they only conceded one goal after that, so they didn't even fully crumble.
Listen to me. They crumbled for 25 minutes. They crumbled, and Inter had at least 5 chances, 5-6 chances. They took just 2 chances. Now we move on. They learned the lesson. They know that they need to show up. They know that to play the perfect game. If they want to play a final of Champions League, they need to play a perfect game. Perfect game means no clean sheet. And the moment you get a chance, you take that chance. And that, in my opinion, will happen. The second game, if we keep the clean sheet, Inter will be scared, even more scared. They will start to be more defensive. Slowly, they will stay in their half because they will think, okay, we are 20 minutes away from the final. Let's stay conservative. Let's keep our position. That's what I think.
You're so sure. You're so sure that we're not going to concede.
No, I'm not sure that. Well, I'm not sure that we're not going to concede.
So
but
what you saying?
If we play a perfect game, we can manage to not concede. We can do that. This team that is able to do that.
No, we don't go through. It's simple.
Are you ready to see Çalhanoğlu win a Champions League, Larry? Are you ready?
Oh my goodness, man.
Roy, Çalhanoğlu will not play a Champions League final before Tonali. Will not happen. No chance.
Are you ready to see him lift the Champions League, Larry? Are you ready?
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Roy,
it's not gonna happen.
Laura, he has the number 10 tattooed on his arm. He wears the number 20, and his wife publicly cheated on him. I don't care if he
did she? His wife publicly cheated on him?
Publicly. I don't care. Listen, Roy, I don't care if the guy wins the lottery. He's a loser for life. He's a loser for life, dude. Doesn't matter.
I just want to know if Lard is ready to see Çalhanoğlu lift the Champions League trophy.
It's not gonna happen, Roy. Roy, it's not gonna happen. I am ready because it's not gonna happen.
Well, let's see. He's closer to doing it than Tonali right now.
Guess what? Gigio did not reach the semifinals of the Champions League. Kessie.
Number 99.
Kessie's in obscurity in the La Liga and Europa League. So listen, we are way ahead of schedule as a club. We're lucky to be in the semifinals. It's a great feeling. And guess what? Going into the second leg, still playing in San Siro, still being in Milano for the second leg, Inter only winning 2-0.
Man, shut up,
listen,
bro.
I know.
Shut up. Now, don't tell me this shit, man. Shut the fuck up. Do not tell me this shit. Do not tell me this shit. Do not tell me this shit. I came on this live.
Hold on.
Have you guys make me feel a little better? You've made me feel worse.
I know.
What is this shit?
Rock, I know you're trying to justify yourself for wasting all your life savings to go to watch this game. I know you're trying to justify that, but the truth is that it looks like Çalhanoğlu is a step close to winning the Champions League. Right?
Yeah, they're gonna lose 5-0 to City or Madrid. So
Brock, you will experience something that it will be worth it more than what you're spending.
I hope so.
You will be like, what the fuck is going on here? You will be like, I want to pay an extra money.
Rock spent well, spent all his life savings to go see Çalhanoğlu win. Go to a final.
Bro,
And his wife
Rock,
doesn't
yo,
know. His wife
Roy,
doesn't know.
Roy, Rock is gonna
His
come
wife
back
doesn't
and
know.
start sleeping in the Philly subway. That house, you're gonna get kicked out, boy. You're gonna get evicted.
Oh man.
Rock. Rock,
Bro,
I believe in you.
listen. Yo, hey, Rock, we're gonna catch you in them Philly subways with a Milan jersey on. We'll be like, yo, is that Rock over there? Like, damn, man, what happened?
If Inter lose
man.
4-0, 5-0 in the final against Madrid or City, it'll be worth every penny.
You're gonna be that one fan that we're gonna catch
Bro.
in the streets of Philly with a fake Champions League trophy.
Yeah,
We'll be like, yo, bro, what the
Go ahead,
fuck
Larry.
happened? Be like, yeah, did they win? Holy
Rock,
fuck.
is it on Tuesday? Is it on Tuesday? I'm gonna look for a ticket.
Yeah.
Man.
It's on the 16th.
It's okay.
on
No,
Tuesday.
listen, it's okay. Like I'm being honest, bro. I'm confident. Like we're gonna do damage in that next run. I just hope Leao starts.
Anyone who lives in Europe, can you please come to the game to bring the team support? Like, we need everyone just in case.
Then they have Rock turn into a campaign manager. Bro, they're not going over there. You
Bro,
don't want to
guys,
spend your money
guys,
to go to
can you know exactly? Can you not see what Rock is trying to do?
Bro.
Rock made a bad decision, and he wants us to make more bad decisions with him.
Yo,
Fuck you, Rock.
they have,
Fuck
yo, this is
Let's
how
see what you
Milan
did.
is bad. They turn in
Rock,
fucking
you
Rock
did the
into
right
an
thing,
ad.
man.
Bro,
You did the
Rock
right
turned
thing.
into a fucking ad talking about, yo, and everybody that supports
Yo,
Milan.
they only won 2-0. That's crazy. They fucked
It
up.
is, man.
What?
They
You guys,
fucked up only
how are
winning
you guys?
2-0.
Oh
They
my
fucked
God.
up.
I'm out.
Big
I
mistake.
don't know.
Oh, man, I'm
Big
fucking
mistake.
dead, bro.
Big mistake. Only winning 2-0. Big
I don't
mistake.
know what to say.
Big mistake.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna fucking cry.
They fucked up.
But Leao should be available for the next game.
Is he?
should.
I'm
That's
not
all I
sure.
want to
I'm
know.
not
As long
sure
as he's
about that.
available. Phew.
Not sure.
Bro, if he's not available, bro, I'm gonna go get surgery in China to try to imitate his fucking form and be on that pitch. Just like to put fear into his fucking heart, bro. Fuck.
Larry,
need
if you
him.
get a ticket to go, bro, I'll buy you dinner, man.
That ticket is gonna cost like 15 dinners.
Dude,
Yeah, lie,
I'm gonna get
lie.
you the pregame and the dinner, and we'll go out the next
And
day.
follow him in this fucking league too. You also gonna end up in the streets of London. You're gonna be fucking sleeping in these what's it? You guys is double story buses or whatever that be driving around.
What?
Clint,
In a lorry,
Clint, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do to show you that I actually believe in this team. I'm gonna buy the ticket of the flight for Istanbul and the accommodation before the game.
Oh, this is gonna be even better.
Oh,
This is gonna be even better. Lion is gonna go see Çalhanoğlu live, lift up that trophy live.
Larry, I love you, bro, but stop doing drugs.
No, do not do it, man.
I'm gonna buy the.
Rock,
I'm
you
gonna
see,
buy
Rock,
the.
like, do you see that right there?
He's about to pull
Rock just blew his entire cover.
He's
Rock
about
just
to
proved
pull
his
a
training.
Jurgen
He just
Klopp.
blew his cover
He's
right
gonna
now.
pull Jurgen Klopp.
Like, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I'm gonna buy the Istanbul ticket before the game of the 16th.
Wait,
Hey, guys,
Loki, Larry, even if you don't come to the game, since the flights to Italy are so cheap, can you come hang out with me and make me feel better when we lose?
I have to work,
my
man.
God.
Are you
Oh,
trying
I
to
shouldn't
sleep
have
with
laughed.
me, man?
What the hell was going on here? This just went dark all of a sudden. What the hell was going on here, guys?
Exactly. These guys are turning into Saeed, bro. What's going
Man,
on?
I need
no
a shoulder to cry on, bro.
Guys, Rock is engaged. Rock is engaged, guys. What is this?
Does that even matter?
Okay,
Rock
let me invite Pete. Pete wants to get in. Here we go. The link is on the live.
P was at the game.
Real quick. Alexander from Serbia, thank you for the donation. Serbia, a great country, better than Albania.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Yo, don't even start with that. But
Confirm.
Don't even start with that. Okay. Pete, Tell me more about the experience, man. The San Siro, the players. What did you enjoy about it?
How are you, boys? I've got a massive hangover, so bear with me.
Oh shit,
Okay.
Pete is here?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
man.
Let's go! Pete! Talk to
Hey,
us.
Rock, I'll tell you, you don't know what you're in for.
Appreciate you, mate. Go ahead.
It's a shame that you have to go when it's the home game for Inter.
I know. I'm just gonna try my best.
I'm telling you, do not wear your Milan gear that day.
Really?
Go to the stadium, have it covered, and then take it off. And then when you come out, then cover again.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's not so bad.
I listen, Pete.
Hey, listen, you know, I was there today,
Honestly,
and we were
Pete.
getting, even though they won, we were still getting bottles thrown.
No. Wait,
Trust me.
But Pete, I'm Brazilian. They're gonna like me, dude. No matter
Nah,
what.
trust me. Wear your Milan jersey when you get in the stadium.
Oh shit! All right, this is good advice, by the way.
Yeah.
The shit went dark real quick. It went from us laughing. The shit got dark.
But Pete,
Hey.
I was just gonna go in and be Brazilian and just if people.
Yo, you can't
I'll
claim
fuck with
that.
them.
Yo, fuck out of here with that Brazilian shit.
You're not gonna go with your passport walking around saying I'm
Yeah,
Brazilian,
exactly.
man. What are you
Fuck
fucking
out of
gonna
here.
do? It's not the
You go in there, you're a
Oh,
Milan fan,
man.
bro. Stop that.
All right, Pete, tell us about the experience, and I'll shut up now.
Tell us about the game, the players, which players.
Listen,
Press
like,
the most.
when
like
you,
more, yeah.
I've watched so much on TV. I'm 40 years old, so you know how much Milan games I've watched on TV.
Yeah.
You can't compare it. You can't. You see the game totally different. You see the players totally different. Tonali was the best player on the pitch. I don't know what people saw.
Bro.
I don't know what people saw, but he was a monster.
Yeah.
He fought for everything. He was taking on players. He was, man. I don't know what you can't. I couldn't see it on TV, so I don't know what you saw. But in the stadium, everyone walked out screaming Tonali.
I saw a good second half from him, but the first half.
I said
No.
Tonali is one of our best players, man.
Pete,
Who else?
do you think we can come back from 2-0 down from what you saw on the pitch?
It was stupid. That first 10 minutes was just too stupid. That when they took that corner, the way they left Dzeko was, I seen it straight away. The minute they scored their goal, I go, man, that stupid defensive mistake. Like he was ball watching.
Yep.
He was looking at the ball. He wasn't looking at the man, and he let Dzeko move away from him.
Exactly.
And you don't have Calabria marking Dzeko, who's another 2 feet taller than him. That's a joke.
Yeah.
So you feel confident that we have the abilities and the qualities to come back?
No, we don't have a bench. We don't have our attack is what lets us down.
Yeah.
We need Buttman, I was told.
So Pete, tell us about when you went out in Milano and you got chased by Interista because you were dancing with their girls. Tell us about that.
Oh, fuck, that was nuts. We didn't even know they were Interista. It was just a coincidence. So I advise, be aware. But that wasn't in Milan. We went to Alessandria to a club there, and it happened there.
You savage, man. You gotta play conservative.
Yeah.
Like Allegri.
But Pete, listening around, after the stadium talk, from people from the city of Milano, how confident are the fans, for the second leg? How do they feel confident enough to come back?
You know what's disappointing? It was, say, 10 minutes to go, and they already started walking out of the stadium.
No. Really?
But that was more the older people.
Okay.
Like, say, they all just got up and started. 10 minutes to go, they said, game's over. Started walking out.
Okay.
That was the most disappointing thing to see.
And what about after the game, like right now, before you got back? What was the vibes?
No, everyone was like, you're a Milan supporter. Your team lost 2-0. For me, I was still ecstatic. First time I've been to the San Siro. I've been watching Milan for how long?
Yeah, you're 40, so a long time.
It's beautiful, yeah?
Unbelievable. This city is unbelievable.
Dude.
What about other players?
The vibes that I'm
going to
bring next leg,
I'm
not going to let anybody be sad, bro.
What was that, sorry?
I'm not going to let anybody be sad for the vibes in the second leg.
Rock,
I'm going to go
if
off.
this is going to be your first time, we can lose 3-0 next week, and I'm telling you, you walk out with a smile on your face like I did.
Nice.
For me,
ahead,
I wanted Milan to win, but I said to my cousins that were with me, I said, win or lose, this is going to be the best experience for me.
Yeah, but it's for me. I rather. That's why when I go to San Siro next year, I want to go on a regular home game. The Champions League shit, bro. I don't want to have no fucking heart attack, bro. You know, I'm
It's not
sensitive and
trust
shit like this.
I'm telling you, if
I
you got a
crumble.
chance to go, if you're
You bitch made, Clint. Look at Clint. Look at Clint
I
being
could have
bitch made.
came
I'm
any
bitch
time.
made for sure. CDK energy.
Bitch made. You are CDK, Clint. Oh my god.
I could have.
man.
We could have watched the Lazio game before while we were here, and I said I'm not going to wreck my experience for the Champions League. I want to see the San Siro in Champions League in its greatest atmosphere. I'm not going to waste my time coming to the San Siro for just a normal game. Champions League is the highlight. If you got a chance to come, you come when there's a Champions League. And that's why I said, man, I was working. The minute Inter and Milan was announced, I knew that was for sure. I rang my wife. I'm getting tickets. I'm going. Bye-bye.
Fire me if you want to.
There
I'm going
you
on
go.
PTO, boy. Fuck off.
I rang my cousin, he's a big Milan supporter. We've been following Milan together for the same amount of time. I rang him up straight away, booked the tickets, booked the plane. We're going.
Yep.
So we rang my cousin that's here. He organised the tickets for us. It was done. One day, done. Plane tickets,
Are you
everything.
gonna go to Istanbul? Are you gonna go to Istanbul?
Nah, I can't let my wife down like that. I wish.
Yo, Pete, come for the second leg, dude.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Whoever wins out of so far, Inter's got their foot in the final. If we happen to make it through, whoever wins out of this game is going to win the Champions League final.
Let's go. That's good. Pete,
It's going to be.
Overall, man, how did you feel? I know that it's the first time, but it's like from the game standpoint, right? When you look at it, do you have hope? You personally being able to witness on the field, player movement and all of that, or you just saw it's just the players are not ready.
If we went into the second leg 1-0 down, I would have hope. But being 2-0 down in the second leg, not having a bench, Benacer is going to be out as well. His ankle stuffed. He went out on crutches. He's gone. He's not playing. We've got no bench.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're going to laugh at me. You're going to laugh. You don't understand Origi when he went on the left and was running down that left. Man, he's a monster.
Oh, really? He's good.
Paul's gone.
Paul. Wait, how was
Pobega?
Pete, how was Pobega? If he replaces Benacer, how was he?
Nah. He can't play in that position.
Damn.
On the number 10 position.
Nah, he can't play there.
Yeah.
Okay. He can't play there. You're better off. They're better off moving Krunic in that position and having Tonali and Pobega back.
Yeah, I agree. With that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Pobega, the reason why we even entertain the possibility of that is because Pobega shoots a lot, but he's a bit slow because you're gonna have to pinpoint whatever.
And Messias, I'll tell you who were the best. Tonali was number 1 for me. Diaz was number 2, and when Messias came on the field, he was outstanding.
Let's go! I told you that.
Italian Messias.
He was.
Let's go. You should have started the match with Messias. I told you the second one was Diaz.
The second one was Diaz, he said.
Yeah. Diaz is unbelievable.
Pete, he never passes the ball though, dude.
Yeah, but it's hard because you guys can't see what the other players are doing. When you're watching it on TV, the camera's fixed on just that small section of play where he's got the ball. When you're in the stadium, You see how the other players are moving around. He has to hold the ball and wait. And when he's got no option, he has to try and take on his man. And he loses. Like, I used to get frustrated. I go, fucking the bastard needs to pass the ball. But he when you see him lose the ball because he's trying to dribble too much, it's because the other players are too covered. Like, they're covered.
What if he comes back and passes the ball back? Was the option there?
What is the point of a number 10 going back?
Hey, listen, you got like a split second decision to make, and it has to be the right one. So when the game is that fast, you don't have that much time to, like, he has to make a decision what he's going to do straight away. And when he sees I've got no option, he has to try and take his man. He's doing the right thing. He's just unlucky. Man, Inter Milan, I hate to say it, has a fantastic team. They played unbelievable.
Yeah.
They had everything. Like, all right, they got the 2 quick goals. That's it. They'll set. But you know what? Usually an Italian team, when they have 2-goal advantage, they sit back. They didn't sit back. They played the game. It was a fast-paced game. It was unbelievable.
I just don't know if we can start the second leg with Macias and Diaz. If we have to drop one, who would you drop?
No.
We need to play them.
You need to keep Diaz on the right to start off with. So that way you got the option to bring in Macias and move Diaz in the middle. When you swap Krunic out, you bring Diaz to the middle and move Macias to the right.
How do you feel about Giroud, Pete? Since you were there, Giroud's movement, like, you know, you're
he was too covered.
Life. How was it?
He's too covered. They're man marking. They had Giroud man marked, so they couldn't give him the ball. That's why they kept trying to get the ball up high to him. They can't play the ball on the ground. He always had someone on his back.
What about our defenders, Tomori and Kier? Do you think they struggled
was good
today? What do you think their issue was?
No, they didn't. I mean, they made some unbelievable tackles.
Yeah.
I think there was one by I think it was Calabria. He made an unbelievable tackle. But you know what killed us? The ref killed us. The ref in the first half.
The ref killed us today, right?
The first half. The first half only.
Was horrible in the first half. Horrible.
The first half, he gave everything Inter's way. The minute someone touched the minute a Milan player got close to an Inter, he was calling a foul. The minute an Inter player pushed over a Milan player, nothing.
Nothing. He went like this, right? He went
this
like
game,
this.
we were diving a lot, though. We were diving a lot this game, though. That's the
man. At one point, Salamakers looked like he got a wrestling power bomb done on him.
Yeah.
How did Salamakers look in this game?
Man, I can't believe how fast he is, and the way he moves the ball and the control he has with the ball with his pace.
So it gives you a new perspective.
What about Origi?
You seen the game? Oh, he spoke about Origi, Paul. He said good things. I think.
Yeah.
It gives you a new perspective now. You'll be more lenient once you go back to Australia and you watch the game.
Did you see the dribble Origi did when he took on his man down the left?
Yeah, on the wing. Yeah.
When he dribbled, I think it was Dumfries. He out dribbled Dumfries, and he took on the man and he outran him and he put in the cross. All right, it wasn't good. The minute he did that, they shit their pants. And then they started covering, and then they covered him straight away.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's unbelievable. Man, all of them were unbelievable to watch.
Imagine seeing Leao live and going stupid. Because somebody was debating the last time because people prior to the game, I was watching commentary where people were saying the Leao goal against Inter, right? We're watching it on TV and it's so slow motion, and people say like it's not because people were like they were wondering. What are Inter defenders doing? Why are just standing there? They're like, no, Leao is just so fast. You're seeing it in slow motion. You're thinking it's something you can just stop him. But from what I'm hearing, people that have seen him play live, they're like, the kid is just so fast. It's just fucking ridiculous.
I think Adam was at that game and he said the same thing.
It's like you're watching Formula One cars race. That's how fast they look when you're watching it live.
Oh, really? Yo, Pete, can I just say I'm so happy that you joined the live. Because everything that you're saying is making me like immensely like this is so enjoyable.
Don't lie, you got a little bit scared when they told you not to wear that jersey.
No. Give us Pete,
every
detail. Yo, I fuck with Pete beyond. Yo, Pete, give us every detail, bro. Please keep asking Pete questions.
How are the ladies? How are the ladies in Milano? They're bad.
Oh, serious questions, Ken,
Man,
man. What's wrong?
That's a serious
unbelievable.
question. What you mean?
Man, you get some thought as a married man. You get some thoughts in your head that you think
Yeah,
you'll
I'm
never
not.
have in your life.
I'm in a relationship, but I'm not married.
Ah, look at that. Look at you, Claire. Shame on you. Look at you.
Yo, Clint, you live with
Look
your
at you,
wife,
man.
bro. What the fuck?
Look at you.
Hey, nothing is legal, bro.
Wait,
Let me
Pete,
tell you,
really?
you walk around. I'll
What's
tell you,
something we wouldn't know, but we wouldn't know from being YouTubers just commenting versus someone that's actually there?
you have to come.
Yeah.
You have to come
Like-
and do
Damn,
this.
it sounds like a fucking orgy party. You have to come.
Man, I'm telling you, you walk around the city, your tongue's hanging out your mouth all day. You're like a dog on heat.
Damn. I want to go now. I'm about to book my ticket. Yo, I'm about to enter my name to that enter raffle. The one I sent to the chat.
Guys,
You have a
I'm not
lot
happy.
of shirts.
I saw that. The inter-raffle, I saw
Yeah, I'm
that.
gonna put my
You
name
know
there and
what?
be like, yo, I want to go.
But Rock, you know what disappointed me? Like, it was still good to go to today. I went to Casa Milan today. I sent you the photos when we were at Casa Milan.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to
every-
be I thought it was going to be massive.
Because I'm in
It was small, right?
Yeah. Like, it was still good to
Yeah,
go
just-
there, and you see like Van Basten's jersey signed. They got the boots. They got all the Golden Ball winners. They got their trophies and
see,
all that signed.
Did you see
Yeah.
Galliani's tie?
What was that? Sorry,
Galliani's tie.
his
The
tie.
yellow tie.
Yeah, the yellow tie.
No. Man, there was so many. When I went in, there was so many people. But you know which museum you go to? You get the one at the San Siro. That's massive.
Oh, yeah. I've never been to that one, actually. No.
Damn.
I have tickets for Casa Milan before the match, and then right before the
Well,
match,
listen, they started.
I'm gonna go to the San Siro Stadium museum before the match.
I sent you the message of when they surrounded that taxi, the ultras.
Oh, you sent that?
No, I didn't send the video of it. I didn't get a video. I didn't have my phone. It was in my bag.
Oh
But
shit!
they surrounded that taxi because they were trying to, the Inter fans, I don't know why they came past. There was only just two normal people wearing Inter shirts. They weren't like Inter fanatics or anything. They were just wearing the football shirts. But the bus blocked the cab, and the cab beeped his horn. And when everyone turned around, like they had the Kuva Sud, some of them were there, already at Casa Milan, already chanting and all that. And they turned around and they seen two Inter people sitting in the back of this cab. I felt sorry for them. But I said, fuck him, let him go. I said, let him cry, fuck it. They surrounded that cab and they were singing Interista Vaffanculo for ages. And I'm like, man, those guys are shit in their pants. It's going to feel like they're in there for eternity.
Oh shit! I can't wait for people to do that to me, man.
From what I heard, I haven't been to Italy, but I thought like those Milan fans were civil, but I guess the fuck not.
Listen, I'll tell you now, Rock, you're not going to see no Milan fans, no Inter fans until match day. And even when it's even I was the only one naked on my terrace holding the Milan flag off the terrace. And that was at 6 a.m. this morning, waving the Milan flag.
They're probably looking at you and being like, okay, this dude is obviously not from here.
Yeah, man. I had the old lady. I had the old lady that's at the coffee shop across the street.
Dude, I honestly, I'm down for Inter fans, Milan fans. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna make friends.
You don't have your Philly goons with you, Rock. This ain't Philly. You're gonna get jumped.
Listen, you won't see no one until match day, and you'll still see a couple of people. You'll see them when they're going when it's time to go to the stadium. That's when you'll start to see them.
How scary are they, Pete? Because listen, I'm actually crazy.
Oh my God, dude! Italy is not São Paulo. Relax.
I'm ready for some favela shit. Even in Philadelphia today, there was an Inter fan pissing me off, and I was yelling at him, and he left early because I scared him. But like,
hey, Rock, you're coming with your friends, yeah? Or so you're meeting someone here?
It's just me, man.
The rivalry is not. The rivalry is not.
Poor
He's alone. Praying me to go with him just to get close to him because he's gonna cry. He needs someone to hold his hand.
Rock, you know what I done when I came here? I thought I was only going to stay in Milan. I thought I was only going to stay here. I got on the bullet train and I went down to Florence. I went sightseeing. Man, this city, you don't know what you're gonna see when you come.
Oh, really? Nice.
You're gonna have Rock try to reconsider his engagement. Don't say that. We're not gonna come back.
The thing with Rock here is that he's looking for every and any reason to break off his engagement.
I'm gonna go to Lake Como. I'm gonna go to Lake Como in Bellagio.
I don't get it, man.
That's what's his name signed over there, right? Into Como Fabregas. I'm like, why the fuck this dude is going to like City B?
Nah, Clint. Have you seen Como before?
I only saw
go to Como. No, go to Como, man. It's beautiful.
Pete, when are you leaving, dude?
2 days.
2 days.
I've got 2 more days here. I've been here for a week.
Where did you pregame before the match?
Oh no, I spent all day going to Casa Milan and all that. Like I spent all day, and then by the time I got back, there was only you got to get to the stadium 2 hours before.
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I was gonna go really early.
And trust me,
I can't wait to be at Milano, bro. I'm going next year. I'm excited.
As a Milan supporter as well, and now you're going as the Inter home game, I suggest you be the first one in the stadium.
First one?
Yeah. Because you're gonna get mobbed.
If I'm you, Rock, if I'm you, have your USA jersey, be like, yo, I'm American. I don't really know football, so I don't know.
No.
Bro, I'm about
get
to
away with that.
Like fucking brass knuckles. Like,
that's when,
bro, just call it soccer and no one's gonna touch it.
That's when you apply. Listen, that's when you apply the liar and Floki standard. Like, you guys are Americans. You don't know anything. That's what you should use. Yo, I'm American. I didn't know about the rivalry. Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to wear a Milan jersey. You know,
Pete,
get away with it.
Dude,
Pete, should
just
I
wear a
strap
Milan
up? Like,
shirt, Milan shirt and
Pete is making it sound like I should strap up. Should I become strapped? Like, what's up?
Boy, this is not Philadelphia, son.
It's not violent like that.
I might strap up.
It's not so bad, man.
It's not violent like that, man. I'll be honest, man.
It's not
because Pete.
What's his name got
Pete
stabbed.
is English.
I don't know about that, bro.
Pete, you're English and you have tattoos,
that's
right?
not
So
to
you
do
look
with
you look like a quarter of a suit.
Well, my background is actually Sicilian. I was born in Australia, but my parents are Sicilian.
You look like a fighter, Pete, from the pictures.
It makes sense. A lot of Italians, because Bobo Vietti was born in Australia. There's a big Italian population in Australia.
Dude, Italians get laid everywhere.
It's that's the biggest migration around the world is the Italians.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy. That's crazy, man. Wow. How's the red light district in Milano?
Expensive. Expensive, man.
Amsterdam, Clint. That's in Amsterdam.
No, there's red light district in every city, bro.
So we booked this terrace here. Like I'm right across from the big church here in Milan. Like I can see the roof of it. I'm only like maybe 3 streets away from it.
Wow.
And it cost us for the week 6,000 euros.
Wow.
6,000 euros.
Yeah.
You guys are living the life in Australia, man.
Oh man, if I'm a tradie, so I'm like a carpenter. If you're a tradie in Australia, you've got money to spend. Anything else apart from a tradie is shit. There's no money.
Good for you.
I spent like.
I had to save 20 years to come here.
Imagine that's a lot of money.
So Pete, why don't you just stay until I get there, bro?
No,
dude, it's not so scary. You can do it by yourself.
Listen,
Rock, you're Brazilian. What is this, man?
Listen, you know what makes me laugh at this whole Rock situation? You know what makes me laugh is that Rock is from the fucking slums of Philly, and you're scared of Milano.
No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Philly is a dangerous city.
I'm good. Listen, I'm good on my own. I just wanted a friend to hang out with. But listen, I'm not scared of Interista. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm going to walk around by myself. I'm just going to be myself. If anyone fucks with me, bro, I'll fuck with you harder than you fuck with me.
Pull the fucking Clem Dempsey card. You don't know where I'm from.
Hey, Rock, do you speak Italian?
I speak no Italian, bro. I'll be like,
Okay.
prego, buona
So,
sorte. Like,
so I'll give you, I'll give you some advice.
Yeah.
So if you want something, speak to the person behind the window, because there's always someone that speaks English.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone in
You
Milan
speak
does
Portuguese, right, Rock? You speak
I
Portuguese,
speak
though?
Portuguese, yeah.
So you'll find it.
See,
Today I was at an all-Italian cafe in Philly. Nobody spoke English. And honestly, Portuguese, Spanish, and then Italian, I was fine. I was good. Everyone understood me.
yeah,
I'm
there's,
sure you will
there's,
find a Brazilian that runs an OnlyFans in Milan, man. Don't worry. He
hey,
can help you to move around.
Guys,
if you
guys,
go,
I'm gonna
if,
cut
if
now.
you,
It's
if you
late.
go,
I'm
if
going
you
to
go,
sleep. It was nice talking
if you
to you
go
guys.
anywhere else in Italy,
All right,
it's very
cool.
hard. It's very hard to find people that speak English. But here in Milan, because it's a city that everyone comes to, they all learn how to speak English because they need to speak to the people so they can sell them things and all that. Everyone that I've seen, how was what? Sorry.
How was Florence?
Oh man, that's the most beautiful city I've ever been in.
But how was the English in Florence? Good?
I speak Italian, so I understand Italian and speak Italian, but I speak Italian with an English accent, and it sounds like dog shit.
Oh,
No,
shit.
it's good. English is good in Florence because there's a lot of Americans anyway that visit Florence. So
How far was the bullet train? I didn't even think of going to Florence.
So if you go to Milan station, the big train station, I sent you photos when we were at the train station.
Yeah.
It's so from where I am in Milan, it's probably like 10 minutes. I think 10-minute cab ride to get to the station, and then from Milan to Florence was 2 hours.
That's it. And it was worth it. It was worth it, the trip to Florence.
Man, when you see that cathedral in Florence, it's the biggest thing I've seen in my life, and I cried when I seen it. That's how amazed I was from it.
So
But
it's better to go there than to go to Lake Como?
Man, I looked at Como because I said I want to go see all these places. Man, I can go look at a river anywhere.
Yeah.
I want to go see history.
Okay.
Like I'm
gonna go to Florence.
Like I'm in Italy. I'm in Italy for a week. So I said to my cousin, "Man, we're in fucking Italy. Let's go look at shit." So
yo, Rob, the reason why I can feel his pain, he's from Australia. Yo, Australia is so isolated. Even
so isolated.
Even look, if you talk sometimes
hey, do you know how long it took me?
Like in Australia,
you know how long it took me to get to Italy from Australia?
How long?
One day flight, 24 hours.
Oh shit!
The closest I was to Australia is when I was in Hawaii, bro, and that's just the close. Maybe I thought I was, even though it's still far. But that's where you meet a lot of Australians that come there, for vacation. And when I was in Guam too, so you're in that whole Pacific region, then you can have encounters with them. But yeah, they're far.
Damn, I'm gonna go to Florence, bro. Pete, how easy was it, or how hard was it to interact with the players? Like, were people
you can't.
Were people trying to
listen.
get close to them?
You seen how close I was to the field. I was close. I was probably like 50 meters away from the touchline.
Yeah.
They can't hear you.
Really?
They cannot hear you. You can scream as loud as you want. It is so loud in there from the supporters.
You can send them a DM on Instagram, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, but Pete, you hear how loud I am on the live? Imagine
doesn't matter.
Imagine that times 100.
Hey, you can bring one of those megaphones in there or whatever you call them, those speakerphones, and yell as loud as you want. They will not hear you. They are that focused on the game to play football. They're not hearing shit.
Oh shit. Yo, Pete sounds like me when I do the English accent on the WhatsApp. Oh shit!
No, this is Australian, man. Better than the English one.
I'm an Aussie. I'm a Skippy.
You're an Aussie, dude. Oh, fuck, man. No kangaroos in Italy.
Dude, well done to you that still speak Italian, though. That's
where'd you learn Italian, dude?
My parents were born in Italy. They moved to Australia. They moved to Australia. Oh man, when was it? I think my dad was 15 or 20 years old when he moved to Australia,
Oh wow.
and the same as my mum. But I was raised by my
And
grandparents.
they're from southern Italy, you said?
Yeah,
Sicily,
from Sicily,
Oh shit.
from Palermo.
If you realize,
Oh,
bro, if
dude,
you realize, I mean,
Palermo. I
right,
love Palermo.
right,
Nice.
right. Even if you realize, if you even, you know, for us being on the East Coast, even when you hit Philly, you hit New York, it's much. I feel like the Sicilians are the one that immigrated the most out
Yeah,
of fucking Italy.
every Italian here is Sicilian, dude.
Yep. You go to New York, Philly,
Do you
Jersey, they're
know
all
why?
from
Do you know
Sicily.
why most? Do you
Even
know
my
why most?
fiance is Sicilian. Yeah.
All right. Do you know why most migrants are Sicilian?
It's the
Why?
poorest spot.
Or because when so say when my grandparents decided to come to Australia, there was a big earthquake in Sicily and wiped out a lot of towns. So they couldn't, because there were a lot of farmers and all that, they couldn't rebuild. So they had no choice but to migrate around the world.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever heard that story
Yeah.
about the big earthquake that was in Sicily, but it wiped out a lot of cities.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
and there was a lot of people that there was a lot of immigration in
Yeah,
I
early.
just
so
know
it was.
about fucking Luca. I just know people would try to run away from Lucky Luciano.
There is some of them as well. But and south of Italy was it started to become really poor after the Second World War.
Yeah, it's very like I've got cousins and that still live in Sicily that I've gone and met. Man, it's like poverty almost.
Yeah.
How were your
Like I got a cut.
cousins that you hung out with? Like, how were they during the match?
Oh well, me and my cousins that are from Australia, we were on high. My cousin that lives here, who lives here in Milan, that's his second time he's been there.
Oh wow.
I said to him, "Are you fucking nuts?" I said, "Man," but he's an Interista.
Is he
Don't worry.
Australian that lives in Milan? Or is
No,
just
no,
an
no, no,
Italian?
no. So he's Sicilian. His
Okay.
parents are Sicilian, and they moved. They moved from Sicily here. They've been living forever. So instead of them moving from Sicily to Australia, they moved up north. So they moved up here to Milan. So they've lived here forever. He's lived
Oh,
here his whole
he's a
life.
Milanese. He's a Milanese.
Yeah, yeah. But he supports Inter. But don't
Yeah,
worry, we got him. We got him. We got him. I got a photo. So did I send you the photo where there's the four of us with Milan jerseys?
yeah, you
We told
got
him to rip it off. He was wearing the Inter jersey. We ripped it off him, and I went and bought him a Milan jersey and told him to put it on.
Poor man.
Try doing that to your brother, Liot. See what happens.
I'll do
Oh,
it, man.
no.
Laird, do it to your brother. Because listen, your cousin only went twice to the San Siro. That means
Hey,
he's a
listen.
Milanista. That means
I
he's a
tell
Milanista.
I tell you something. Don't even bother talking to people about Inter or Milan or any people here about soccer or football or whatever you want to call it. They do not give a flying fuck.
Really?
They don't care.
Stay away from it.
The only time you want to talk to someone about it is on match day and you see someone, a supporter or something, talk to them. Don't talk to the common person that's here on the street. They don't care. If you see someone that's got a flag or a banner or something in front of their shop, talk to those people. But if you could just talk to the commoner or something and say you're having a coffee somewhere and they ask you, oh, what are you doing in Milan? And you say, I'm here for the match, they'll tell you, fuck the football.
Really?
But that's just central Milan. Just central Milan. If you go outside the central in the
I'm gonna
neighborhood,
say I'm here to see Italy, and I love
Yeah,
Italy.
see,
And
so
I
the
want to learn about
people that
Italy.
live,
That's all I'm gonna
so
say.
see what Light's saying? He's saying the people that live here in Milan, like inside the center of Milan, like in the city center, they don't care. But outside the boundary of Milan, those people are the ones that come in to watch the match.
because
Yeah, it's
central
kind of like,
Milan
but
is
it's
all
similar,
rich
yo. But
people.
it's similar to here. It's similar to here as well, right? For the other sports, like if you catch somebody living down, downtown Manhattan, you talking to them about the Yankees. There's a lot of gentrifiers. They're not from the city. They
That's
probably
true.
don't give a
That's
fuck.
true.
They don't give a fuck. They're gonna be like,
That's true.
go fuck off with your Yankees, bro. You know.
Hey, I was on the street at 6 o'clock this morning. Me and my cousins, my two cousins, not the one that lives here, my other two cousins. We're at 6 o'clock in the morning to go get a coffee, and we're walking around with our Malangi. We're getting eyeballed like we're, I don't know. They're like looking at us like we're crazy. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck's wrong with these people?
Well, because first of all, it's a weekday and people are going to work. They're not going with their football shirt
Hey, Rock,
on.
what's gonna
Sounds like somebody here wearing a fucking for baseball wearing like you from Boston and then you're in New York wearing a Red Sox jersey or you in Boston
all right.
wearing a Yankees jersey. You'll get fucked up. You'll
So
get beat.
so I live in Australia. I live in Sydney, Australia. All right.
Mhm.
Everywhere you look, people are either wearing Real Madrid jerseys, Inter jerseys, AC Milan jerseys, Barcelona jerseys. They're all football fanatics that live in Australia.
Mhm.
There's a lot of Europeans, football fanatics,
Which I
and all
never
that.
understood why the sport never grew made as much progress in Australia compared to
Because
Japan
you
or
know why?
Korea.
Because their national sport is rugby league, and it's a hunk of shit. And when the A League kicked off in Australia, it started to overtake it, so they stopped commercializing it to try
Okay.
and. So when Del Piero came to play for Sydney FC,
Mm-hmm.
it was the biggest thing to happen in Sydney. All right, and the popularity when Del Piero came in, they flooded the airports. Everywhere he went, he couldn't go nowhere. The amount, like, even if you weren't a Juve supporter, or even if you weren't Italian, just to have Del Piero come to Australia, even though he was at the end of his career, he was done, he was finished. He hardly played any games, but just to have that figure in Sydney was nuts. Like for me, I was a big Del Piero fan. Even though I'm a Milan fan, but I love Italy. Like I don't consider myself Australian. Even though I was born in Australia, I consider myself Italian. So I'm a big Italy supporter. I follow Italy for everything. Any sport, it's always Italy. Like when Italy played Australia in the World Cup, I supported Italy. Everyone's going, "You're fucked. You're born in Australia." Okay, man, I don't give a fuck for this country. I'm following Italy. That's my background, my heritage. That's my blood.
Indeed.
So when Del Piero came to Australia, man, I was psyched. I'm like, fuck, this great Italian player is coming to play in
How you
Australia.
guys feel about speaking of Australian nationality? How you feel about that young Sudanese kid? That's a super, the young boy that Newcastle I know signed. Is he a
The one that plays
revelation in
for
the country? You have high hopes for him.
I don't follow Australian soccer because it's
Even the
pathetic.
national team, no.
No, it's pathetic.
Hmm.
It's rubbish.
Fair enough.
You can't go from watching Serie A football to then watching dog shit. Like I mean, it's like watching park football. Worse.
But and I know I'm gonna get hate. I get hate on the chat for watching female football, but I know the female World Cup is in you guys' country, which I'm
Listen,
gonna be
I'm telling you
following
now,
extensively.
the female teams, the female World Cup teams,
Mhm.
like any female national team, will give the men's A League play teams a run for their money. That's how shit it is. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
being
I'm
funny.
excited. Like the female World Cup 2023 is actually next month, so I'm excited for that.
Yo, bro,
don't watch.
can I ask you something?
What's
How
up?
long are you gonna stay in Milan? How long are you gonna stay?
4 days.
Are you gonna go and watch Camarda?
Can I? I don't know. Listen, I need help because I don't speak Italian. I'm not from Italy. Like,
Camarda's
I
the
don't know
games are
shit.
free to watch. The games are free to watch.
Camarda's in Portugal doing a tournament.
Oh, he's
with the
doing a
national
tournament.
team.
It's finished the season for them.
With a national team, not with Milan.
Bro, Camarda needs to fucking grow up fast. Fuck. So we
Dude,
can have him starting.
I honestly think if I go to Milanello and just like talk to people, I'm gonna get in.
You can't just talk to anyone off the street when you come here, especially being on your own. Just stay in your hotel room or whatever. Go get something to eat. Go have a coffee. Talk to the guy behind the coffee shop if you want to have a chat with someone. If you're bored, talk to those people. But to have a conversation with someone off the street, they know you're an outsider straight away.
Yo,
Yeah,
Rock,
Pete,
go,
I'm
Rock,
not an outsider, bro. I'm
Rock,
Brazilian.
download fucking Bumble. Download Bumble.
Rock, let me
Yo,
tell you. I'll tell you
yo,
something.
me.
You're in the fashion capital of the world.
Uh-huh.
There's no Brazilians walking the street here. There's Italians walking the streets here.
What?
You
Dude.
might see the odd person from Africa or whatever, but they're like the people that want to sell you the bullshit on the corners. But I'm telling you,
some
everyone else,
Pete.
listen, you're coming. You're gonna see
Pete,
cool
I have
kids.
drip. I have drip, Pete. I got
Boy, you from Philly? Stop it.
I got drip. They're gonna talk to
Listen,
me, bro. Trust me. Trust me. They're gonna talk to me.
You know what they're gonna talk? You know what they're gonna talk to you? You know what they're gonna talk to you? They're gonna talk to you when you pull out your wallet. That's when they'll talk to you. You don't pull out your wallet and start throwing your money around.
Yo,
they're not gonna talk to you.
I wanna say something to Clint. The girls in Milan, they all look models, man. You think she works in the fashion industry?
They're like Zoe Christopoli.
Stop, Larry. Stop.
They're like
all
Zoe.
look. They all
They're all
look.
tatted like Zoe.
Not
I'll tell you something that will make you laugh.
Fashion models. They look like fashion models. All of them.
I don't
I'll
like
tell you
skinny
something
girls
that will
like
make you laugh.
anyways, bro.
Go ahead, Pete.
So my cousin, we come all the way to Italy, and this guy's telling me that he wants a fucking Big Mac. All right, and I'm like, man, you come to Italy and you want to eat a fucking hamburger that we can get in Australia from McDonald's. Man, we come here, we're eating Italian food. Anyway, finally, we take him to fucking McDonald's. And behind the counter at McDonald's was 3 bombshells. Like the most beautiful women you'll ever see working behind the counter at McDonald's.
I'll tell them I can change your life. I'll get you back to the States. I'll marry you. I'll give you a green card. You know,
I'm telling you, man, Clint, you're going to come here.
If you want, but, you know.
You're going to come here, Clint, and you're going to be not Clint, Rock. You're going to come here and you're going to be drooling.
Oh, no, I'm coming too, bro. Put my name in there. I'll be there.
Jump in his luggage. Jump in his suitcase.
I have to go to Italy alone, bro. There's no fucking way I can bring my girlfriend with me. I gotta go alone. No, I'm being serious. I gotta go alone, bro. There's no fucking way. I refuse.
Guys,
Crazy.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep as well. It's 2:30 in the morning. I've been up since 4.
Yeah, Roy, you want to keep the live going, or I can close it?
No, you can close it. It's all good, bro.
All right, guys. When do we meet up again? Saturday?
Yeah, or Saturday or Sunday. Probably Sunday.
Yeah,
Pete,
joining
us, man.
Pete, stay there until I come, bro.
I wish I would live here. I want to move. If I didn't have a wife and kids to go to, I wouldn't go back.
Bro, it's a free world.
You'll see me.
It's a free world, man. You can go and change your name.
If I didn't have a wife and kids, I'll be one of those peasants on the side of the street just so then I can just collect some coins to save enough to go and watch Milan play in the San Siro again.
Oh, man.
Before everybody goes,
retire early and go and live in Italy with your wife.
Yo,
I'm coming back. I'm coming back next year.
You know what's crazy? I have one of my friends who I work with here. He grew up, born in Milan, right? He lives in the same building where all the players live. Like the apartment building that they give to players when they move to Milano and Central. So he used to always get tickets. Like the players will put tickets underneath their door.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So he has all the signed jerseys. He showed me. I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? It's crazy.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to sleep.
But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Rock, you're going to have the time of your life. It's just a shame that you're not coming with anyone. But you're going to have a blast.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the advice and all the details, too. That helps.
No worries. But I'm telling you, it is worth coming. If you're going to come to the San Siro and watch a game, it has to be a Champions League game. When that Champions League music goes off, just before they start kickoff and they're waving that soccer ball flag in the middle of the field, you get shivers and goosebumps that run through your body.
Don't film it. Enjoy it.
Trust me. I filmed it for you guys, so I could show you guys like what it's like in there.
Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, thanks for filming it.
I'm excited, man. Thank you.
Don't film it, man. Just tell the person close to you that is filming. Can you send it to me, please? Just enjoy it. Just stay there and absorb everything. Absorb the.
Hey, listen.
Music,
even though I was filming it, I was filming it, and I still had the thing like, what the fuck am I doing here? I can't believe I am in here. It's been my dream. My dream.
Yeah. A lot of people said that once you go to the stadium, it's like a dream and you can't believe it. And it's like you're transported to a different dimension. Like it's.
Hey, when you're driving to the stadium,
don't even believe that you're there. Like you see
when you're driving
you don't even believe what you're seeing.
when you're driving to the stadium and you see the stadium for the first time and you look up at it and you think, holy shit, how big is this fucking stadium? And then when you're in the stadium, it's even, like, it blows your mind. It blows your mind. It's like
I
you're going,
can't wait, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna go to the nearest
listen, I'll tell
Intervista,
you,
and
they cannot,
I'm just gonna slap them on the neck like this. And just be like,
they
hey,
need to,
what's up?
they need to get their own stadium, but whenever it's a derby, it has to be in the San Siro. It can't be anywhere else. They have to keep the San Siro for the Inter versus Milan derby. And every other shit game of the league can get played in the new stadium they built. But derby day has to be in that stadium.
Would you say that the stadium belongs to Milan?
Well, not today.
How
When
are the
it's,
Interistas? How are the Inter fans?
man,
I
they
don't like
would,
that I don't like that they left early, man. I would have been like cursing people off if I saw that.
yeah, I was losing it when they started walking out. I'm like, man, you
I would have
fake
been
people.
so pissed
Fake.
off, man.
Man, I don't care if my team's losing 10-0. I will not walk out of the stadium. I support my team to the end.
Honestly, if I saw people walking out like that, I would have like fucking went crazy, dude. I would have been so pissed off.
Yeah, but they are season ticket holders, man, and tomorrow morning they're working.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to help them remember what their season ticket holders for. Like, why you spend this much money for season tickets?
Anyway,
What's
guys,
wrong with
I'm going to sleep.
Okay, yeah.
Yo,
I
Good
agree.
night,
good
guys.
night, bro. Thanks for
I'll
sharing your experience, man.
No worries.
And listen, you're
I'll try
always
to be on
welcome
more
here to
often.
share more.
Yeah, I'll try to get on more often. Just that when you guys are on, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning back home, 5 o'clock in the morning back home. So I'm either driving to
really?
work or I'm just waking up.
Oh shit!
Well, nice.
So what time you wake up and you drive for work? Like
So usually I wake up at about 4:30, 5 a.m. and
okay.
I'm on the road. And I'm on the road within half an hour of that time. So
and that is what time is in Europe? We're talking about
It's like
10.
13, 14 hours. 10
so
hours.
it's 8 hours difference.
8 hours, yeah.
Hmm.
So
From
But
the States, it's 13,
if I
14 hours.
if I start at midnight here, you will be in the middle of work. You can hear us. Use it as a radio.
So when I'm listening to you guys, I'm working. So I've got my earphones on and I'm working. But the thing is, there's too much noise. I do carpentry, so there's too much banging and drilling and all that.
I bet you hear me when I shout to someone in this.
Oh man, I laugh my ass off when you start going off.
Liar. The liar's not doing now.
I'll do it for you, man. I'll do it for you, so you can hear
Man,
better.
man, when you start going off, it's the best. I
It's the
love
most.
it.
You know what's funny with this thing? It's the most fake ever because the way it starts civil, everybody respecting each other, and you know it's so fake because it's gonna like the straw of the camera is gonna fucking break. Like
You know what?
just
You know,
know it. And
you know what
it
it's
just
like for
starts with
me.
one disagreement, and that's it.
It's like for me. It's like it's all calm, and then to me, it's like, all right, lie. It's when he starts going off, I'm like, all right, lie. Just got bored of this
The
shit, and he wants to turn it up.
it's always gonna start with liars saying like, it's always gonna start with liars saying like, no, I think I disagree with that. No, and then it is gone.
Dude,
You know what?
It's
You know
fake.
what? You
I've
know
been
what?
right
You know
about
what?
Diaz. You saw it
You know.
today with your eyes. You saw that first touch, that
Listen,
technique.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever you and Roy say something, I'm 80% on your side. The stuff that you say is correct. And now that I've seen it firsthand, I'm going because like you've been to the stadium, you've seen it with your own eyes. So I'm like, man, how can anyone tell this guy any different? He's seen it.
No, don't gas him up. Don't gas him up. Don't gas him up.
Gas him up. Gas him up.
Don't gas him up. Because sometimes like he be out of pocket.
I'm telling you,
Gas it.
Rock, you're gonna see it with your own eyes. Now that Milan, yeah,
Brock, you will come back and you're gonna love Diaz. You'll be like that guy, man. That first touch, that dribbling.
we need. I'm telling you now. I'll throw 30 million, not 20 million. I'll throw 30 million to keep Diaz in the team.
Oh shit!
That's
how you feel?
Man, I'm
So,
telling
Brock,
you,
you're gonna
I've
be a
never.
different person.
Shit!
Coming back.
His movement. He's like when he doesn't have the ball, just the way he turns and moves and tries to create space for himself. It's unbelievable.
Oh wow. All right.
Lyatt knows what I'm talking about because he's been to he knows. He's played soccer. He's gone to the stadiums. He's seen it with his own eyes. When you watch a player, the way they move when they don't have the ball to try and make space to make something happen, even if they don't get the ball, but just to try and do something to open up space and that, it's crazy. And it's happening so fast, but you don't see it on the TV. Like when you see the ball at one end and you see so much action happening without the ball, it's unbelievable.
Oh shit. I'm excited, man. That
Like
sounds amazing.
I was scoping. I wasn't just looking at where the ball was. I was scoping the whole field up and down, up and down, up and down, looking at everyone, looking from the goalkeeper. I was watching Manyan, how he was. Man, Manyan is fucking unbelievable. You're going to spin out when you see Manyan screaming and dictating where to move the ball. He's screaming at the people up. He's screaming at Giroud from the back, telling Giroud.
Oh shit! Crazy.
He's screaming at. That's why Tato Rusano was a hunk of shit because he did not speak. He did not guide no one. You got a goalkeeper at the back. They should just give him the captain's band and say, if you don't do what this guy fucking tells you, you're on the bench.
Last thing to close it.
Exactly.
I just want to say last thing to close it.
Rock is the captain, bro.
Rock, you will go to Milan. If we are winning that game and we go to the final, you have to go to every semi-final of Milan playing. You know that.
I'll go.
or never again.
Or never again. No, to be fair, it's 2-0 already, so it's not his fault. So you can just go in crazy good. It cannot go crazy bad.
I've never seen a goalkeeper.
No matter how bad it goes, don't worry. I will make Inter fans feel worse.
I've never seen a goalkeeper run so much in my life.
Oh, really?
He runs up. When you're watching it on TV and the ball's at the other end of the field, you don't see what Manyan's doing at the back. He is running up and down, left to right to the halfway line. He's screaming. He's following the players and he's screaming at the players and moving them around and helping them. Because most of them at the back, because they're so young, they start ball watching. Yeah. And so Manyan is fucking telling them, hey, get the fuck back here, move over there, do this, do that. And they start moving around. So he's like another coach on the field.
Oh,
so you got Pioli screaming. Before it was Pioli and Ibrahimovic screaming. Now you got Pioli screaming and you got Mike Manyan at the back screaming his head off.
Holy shit.
It's nuts. I was amazed.
I'm excited for Mike.
See, that's why I reckon they were so good before, because you had Ibrahimovic when he was there on the sidelines, even when he wasn't playing, screaming at him, Pioli screaming at him, and then you got Mike Manyan dictating as well. So you had Pioli dictating what was happening in the middle of the field, or vice versa with him and Ibra, and then you got Mike Manyan controlling the back line only, and it was working. But now you've only got Pioli trying to control majority of the whole team, and then you got now Manyan trying to control the whole team.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Players?
It needs another leader. There needs to be like another leader on the field. It's like there's no leader in the on the field. Like that's why when Tato Rusano was there, Manyan was out. There was no one. There was no one to control what was happening.
Bro, I'm gonna scream so fucking loud. I'm gonna coach them. I'm gonna coach the players.
You know who's gonna hear you? You know who's gonna hear you?
The poor guy sitting close to you.
Not even that person. Not even that person is gonna hear you. Man, I was swearing and that so loud that my cousin was next to me screaming and I could just hear him. That's how loud it was today in there.
That's it.
Crazy.
How was Hakan Çalhanoğlu?
Oh, fuck me, did he cop so much. When he came to the corner, so when it was the second half and he came to take the corner for one of the crosses in, they were giving it to him. But he wasn't really He wasn't really in the game until it was like a set piece or something happening like that. The most dangerous player on that field was for Inter was DiMarco.
What I say,
And
Of
I'm so
course
afraid
it
of that
was.
guy, man.
Of
So
course
afraid of
it
and
that guy.
was.
and the way they used Dumfries, the way he moved to keep Theo out of the game was unbelievable. And Lautaro Martinez,
Yeah.
even though he didn't score a goal, they were scared of him. Whenever he got near the defense, you could see that there was a bit of hesitation.
Yeah.
I've seen Lautaro Martinez, Di Maria, and Messi at Wembley against Italy. It's
I'm telling you,
impressive. It's strong.
Rock, you're
Lautaro's
gonna see
strong.
it.
How is Barella live? How is Barella?
Oh yeah, that's
Barella is
another
really
player.
good. Barella is
Man, I
really
could
good.
not. Man, the two best players on the field that you just reminded me was Tonali and Barella. They were the two best. When
Of
Barella
course
was,
they were.
I'm not being biased. I'm just telling you the way when they
Tonali played
move.
well today, man. Like I
When
was watching even in the TV. For me,
man,
Tonali. I don't know
hey,
what all you guys are talking about. When Paul was saying
the
Tonali
stadium
played
was
well.
erupting. The stadium was erupting when Tonali was making those runs. Because he was the only one fighting. Like we're 2-0 down and everyone's walking around with their fucking heads down and Tonali's
Yeah.
screaming, fucking lift your heads up, let's go. And he's fucking charged. He wants to go. It's like he wants to go on a rampage.
Go. Pete,
That's
I'm
why I
so
said,
happy
and
you're
that's
here,
why I
bro.
said like
I'm
Tonali
so
should
happy
be
you're
captain.
here, dude.
Not no fucking Calabria. Tonali
Man,
should be
I'm
the
telling you
captain.
now.
If they're not gonna
I'm
pull
telling you now.
Mayan, Tonali should be the captain, bro, because he has the balls. Like fucking, I wouldn't let Calabria lead me into nothing.
He will die for the Milan jersey. You can tell when you watch him play. Like I'm telling you, Rocky, you come and you watch. He is man, it's nuts. You just watch him and you go, man, this guy is giving his heart and soul for this fucking team.
Oh shit.
Pete, I
That's
confirm
amazing,
you
dude.
do not play a
Pete,
final.
I so appreciate you,
Never
dude,
do
for
that.
sharing this.
What's that? Sorry.
Thank you.
Well, you were saying about Barella. What about Barella?
Yeah. Oh man, he's terrifying. Terrifying. Like me and my cousin walked out of the stadium and we go, "What the fuck is Barella?" Man,
Great touch. He
Barella
has
is
an insane touch.
man. He is a
Yeah.
nugget of a person. Like he's so small
good.
and short, but his control. There was a control that he did with the ball before he passed it, like it was a cross that came to him, and the way he controlled that ball with his foot, it was like he controlled it. He put his foot behind the other leg, and the way he stopped the ball and flicked it back around to the front. I'm like, man, how do those little short nugget legs are able to fucking do that? I don't understand. And when he starts moving with the ball, the pace that he runs at and the way he controls the ball so close to his feet while he's moving, man, Italy has two of the greatest midfielders at the moment for their age. When Tonali just gets maybe a couple of years older, Italy's going to have the best midfielders in the world with those two.
No, I agree. And right now, to even add on to that, the fact like these guys are able to play in the Champions League, semifinal, and one has a Euro and the other doesn't. I can just not imagine, even for the next World Cup and here in the States, these guys, if they qualify, with the type of asset they're gonna come, it's the future is bright, right? It's just the defense with Italy that I'm a bit, skeptical.
That's what lets Italy down, but they play too defensive. They need to play attacking. They got a great attack and a great midfielder. They got a shit defense, but their defense is too old. And what they didn't do, they didn't bring up the young ones and improve the young ones quick enough. They kept relying on Chiellini and Bonucci for all those years. Man, they should have fucked those two guys off ages ago. Like, all right, you won the Euros, your time's up, piss off. We're going to bring
I think if you build, but I mean, Scalvini and Bastoni pretty much play on the same side. So I don't know how you go about that, but build it around Bastoni. I don't really trust Mancini like that. For me, I don't think he's a good defender personally. We'll see.
They just need to play more. They need to give the young Italians a chance to play, and don't worry about you need to give the young ones to play in these friendly games and these qualifiers. Like, if you qualify, you qualify. But man, give the young ones a go. Release these old players. Anyway, guys,
Yeah.
I need to go. I need to go to sleep.
Have a good night, guys. Forza
Okay.
All right,
Milan.
Good
guys.
night.
Thank
Hey,
you,
good
Pete.
insight.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Forza
Appreciate
Milan,
it.
Pete. Thank
There
you.
is
No worries, guys. Forza Milan.
Forza
Forza
Milan.
Milan, bro.
There is a Napoli
Grazie.
fan making fun of me, I guess, and Roy. You're still Pioli in.
Dude, I could honestly listen to Pete talk forever. Like, I just want Pete to keep going. Like, this guy,
it's
like,
good insight. Where did y'all find Pete, man?
Pete, that's my boy, bro. I just hit him up, and he hit me up, and it was perfect. Like, Pete, please, like, if you're listening to this back,
Went to sleep, bro.
join
Don't
the
distract
chat
me.
again. Join the chat again. We really appreciate your insight, dude. Like,
He's in the WhatsApp chat, so you get to touch him from there.
What does this fucking mean? Does this roster scream getting smacked by Inter? Like, what do you mean by that?
He thinks that because Inter won 2-0 against us, now we should change our opinion about our team and Pioli.
no.
But we've been saying since the beginning. Well, at least I've been saying since the beginning of the season that the roster is not very strong.
We have a
first of all,
horrible roster.
First
We're
of all, the
lucky
game
it's only 2-0.
is not done yet. The game is not done yet. This is
Cialanoglu campione d'Europa. Cialanoglu campione di Europa.
Roy, what the fuck was that, bro?
You guys are fucking nuts.
Forza Milan.
Cialanoglu figu de puttana. Yo, can I just say, I was in a restaurant in Philly today that everyone spoke Italian. And I didn't know, like, Italian words. Like, if you curse, it's very, like, not good. So I was like, vaffanculo, Cialanoglu. I was like, figu de puttana, Cialanoglu. And people liked me, like, no matter what, because I, like, made friends with everybody. But I was cursing, and, like, yo, I could see people's faces, like, this guy is out of control. I was cursing.
See,
like,
don't do that. Don't do that in Milan with the strangers. Do it
I
at the
know.
stadium.
I didn't know people didn't like curses that much.
Bro, listen, you're gonna find out that them Camorra, the Camoras or Calabria family about to fucking kidnap your ass, and you're never gonna see sight of the state again. Keep playing. I think this is a game. See, that's the problem with Americans. Y'all going to these other countries and y'all too loose, thinking you're back home. You're gonna get caught up, dog. Keep thinking you're back in Philly and everybody is all breezy. You're gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna wake up in a fucking container and some shit that's taking you to go do some forced labor somewhere else. It's a fucking game.
Yo. Have a good night, guys. I'm going.
All right, like, yeah, I'll see y'all, man. I'm probably not going to join the live this weekend. I'm traveling, but I'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
All right. Good night, guys.
Forza Milan.
Ciao. Forza Milan.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.